I'll say, right, gaming chairs, they aren't the most comfortable. You can definitely find like more comfortable office chairs, but that's not what they're built for. For those of you who don't know, they're built for durability and longevity. So, yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
completely
easy.
agree. I switched over when I was living in and working actually in Ireland for 2 years, and I remember I got my chair was so big, actually had like not a, like I didn't have a dolly, so I had to ask the concierge of our building like, do you know where I can get like a dolly to pull this back up, because like I cannot carry this. But Lear is finding some opening frag. Sensei is retaliating, and Lear finds a second. He's, to me, also kind of one of those players you really want to look out for. Jackie ends his life there in the end, but Lollipop to 21k actually is here on the side still at Gandalf. Not really able to put some pressure on that bomb plant, but his presence there is an issue. It'll enable them to go for some battles that they shouldn't otherwise win. There you go. They find Jackie. Lollipop finds Fem, and now Sensei, he's trying to hold this one off, but that's a tough battle, but somehow he just taps that one out. Oh no, I was setting him up for failure while I should have been setting him up for success. What was that?
Questionable spacing from Nemiga, and I just realized Brilliance is here. I can't remember who was in their place. I could have swore he's a new pickup, right? I'll have to double check that one.
I believe so. I believe so. Now, I'm gonna say I don't have any game sound, so we're looking at that, but we don't need it really. It just adds to the drama. And that was quite dramatic there for Sensei. And oh, is that an SG? Okay, second round SG buy. No utility behind it from Jackie. Doesn't need that apparently. Does get the full utility, not utility, but a full helmet and body armor as well. So don't know how you feel about that one, but I find that remarkable.
Well, I'm not sure, but I will say, yeah, Brilliance is in Geo's spot. I don't know if that's a replacement, if something was going wrong, because it's not like he's listed as a sub or anything, so maybe it's just a new friend in the camp of Nemiga to be playing with. But will it be panning out well? So far, the answer is no, as they weren't able to convert the pistol, and same with the opening frag on the anti-Vico.
Yeah, and Lollipop, he's actually, if they don't deal with him, but they do, because you should always molly at car. And now that kind of confirms his position, but the way he throws the molly, you actually have some space to work with. Box goes down. And, oh, actually, the smoke him in as well. This is actually rather interesting. Will he stay there? Or will he go? That is really the question. They still want to find him there. And he's actually being quite the annoyance for them, because as long as he's playing from car, they can't quite advance unless they deal with him. And, I mean, meanwhile, they're sending somebody over to middle. It's actually Jakey. To grab some other control, because they're kind of stuck here. There's a full-blown minute by already. What is going on?
There has to be a reason for the smoke, because that's the second or third smoke that they've thrown at this exact angle, even though it's not mollied. And even if it does get mollied, like, it's not going to stop it from burning. So that's what my question is. I wonder if it's just stalling them out to not actually go up for the site take. And if so, it's done its job to perfection. It's killed so much time, and so is Lear. Look at all the frags coming in. With 30 seconds to go, it's going to be a hectic take, and nothing is going their way. So much time just eaten off of the clock via the smokes, and the MP9 still sits at car. It's been such a nuisance this whole round, and Lollipop adds another one to the tally. It's a 1-on-3 for Sensei once again, this time with a scout. Two players are one shot from that sniper. Its potential is unlimited, it seems, in the clutch. But again, 15 seconds. I feel like the time, it's just too low. You can recover the AK, but that's about it. Nemiga, they've just upset you in a 4-on-3 on the eco, or rather on the 4 spot. It wasn't an eco.
What a weird round, man. Like, as you said, his positioning at car and rethrowing the smoke over and over again. I'm not sure. Maybe they didn't really have a molly again to flush him out, and they weren't comfortable pulling all the stops out to find him. And meanwhile, moving up towards A long, towards bomb side, scared of the pistols at close range. I don't know. Very interesting map or round right there. And Fem, he's finding some, but it's actually Lear with a beautiful headshot, and MDS who ended here. And actually, the fact that Jackie went down as well, he invested in an SG second round, quite expensive if you ask me, and then no utility there, and then he needs to push up towards middle. And Big Diff ready for it, but he's getting flushed out with the molly, gets dealt with, and this is not starting well for Akuma or Run or Die.
I don't know. Nemiga right now, it looks like they're starting to get a little bit comfortable after that force buy comes in as victorious. Mid control dominated by Akuma, but I don't know if that's going to mean too much in the situation because Box has still got them boxed in on Catwalk. They're about to crunch in. Lollipop picks up a headshot on a Jackie. Now, that advantage is just going to be stretched in the favor of Nemiga, who, I mean, they're playing this respectively well. They don't have to go for anything super aggressive right now. They could just turtle. They have, look at that, Brilliance pushed up all the way in long, and there goes Box. I was going to say, with that two-man advantage, with the position that I believe... Oh, yeah, Brilliance. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say believe. But with the position that Brilliance has pushed up long, getting all that info for Nemiga, they had 2 picks in their favor. They could just afford to turtle.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, 40 seconds on the clock, and Akuma still have to find some more control than this. I mean, short control, it's worth something, but they don't really have the utility. They've got another smoke. And they'll have to commit it if they want a bomb plant, which is probably what, at this point, what you're looking for. I mean, of course, you're trying to win the round, but that's not all that realistic. And this is interesting. They're taking it very slow. Lollipop, 21k. He's ready for this. Finds the first. Actually, doesn't quite convert any of the kills. And this could be the start of something because Sensei finds Brilliance. Now all up to MDS, who's already at the site. His teammate not quite there yet. Has to rotate in. He's taking it also very slow, and oh no, he takes instant damage, and this is getting very scary. It is Lear, though. Good pickup by Nemiga so far, but doesn't clutch it out. And somehow, a 3v4 won by Akuma.
I'm so confused as to what Nemiga are doing there, because that should be a game of just denying the bomb plant. There's 11 seconds on the clock, and they're barely making their way up site. The bomb's stuck in Gandalf. You give them that repeat. That's the only way for them to get back into the round. That player at ramp just sits there and waits, buys his time, and waits for them to push him. There's really nothing they can do. But you can see all these 1v1s are given over to Akuma. And, like, there's really not much to it past that. It's going to be a quick B rush to try and counter the pistols. They've been stacking A this whole game. Let's see how it fares out going at B. So far, the first kill comes for the CT side, but run or die instantly trade for a 4-on-4.
Yeah, I mean, they've got side control now, but, I mean, we know Nemiga here. They have no reason to save any of these guns. Maybe MDS does, but I feel like they just should try to go for it. They're going through tons. They're going through tons. They're going for this, man.
This is questionable. They shouldn't be going for this. I mean, I can explain why in a moment, but let's see how this pans out. So far, it looks like it's not going to be well. The spray down almost catches 2 in T-spawn. They all swing together and find the trade, but with no kits, now it's definitely considered a save. And here's why you save a situation like that. Because you're already losing that round, right? You don't have kits, so you have to speed it up. You can't wait out the smokes. You don't have util to get yourselves back in past like a Molotov and a smoke, and that's not going to be enough to get you back into the B-bomb site. And then a 4-on-4, look, you're already taking a full eco in the next round. Why you should save with 4 players there is because you're essentially giving yourselves another chance at the exact buy you just had for free, instead of just throwing your guns into the wind, seeing, you know, because you're probably not going to win the round, right? Like, you're more likely than not going to win the round. So you don't go in, you keep the guns, you do this, which you did in the last round, and see if it works.
Yeah, I mean, let's say that Brilliance survived with his pistol, right? Or they could bring another pistol into it, and maybe Lollipop drops him over another P250 or something. It would be better than USB overall. So that is exactly what you meant. The pickup of the AK is quite interesting, and I think that triggered the save if they had no encounters there. I fear that they just might have gone for it. But you are absolutely right, man. Look at the money, and they had to kind of reinvest into this at some level. They've got a little bit of utility. Box close up here with the 5-7 could definitely find a kill. They're playing for this, and they flush him out. Lollipop went down as well. MDS with the MP9 is still alive, but I'm afraid he won't be any much longer. Here comes the Nemiga defense is actually holding up so far. I mean, barring the 3v5, of course. Still making progress here to the B bomb site, man. They got it for free because nobody's here. They're all fighting over middle. People are just dying left, right, and center. Should be the end of things. Oh, well, actually, maybe another gun recovered. They do. If they manage to get out, Jackie, he doesn't check his corners, and uh-oh. That looks scary. Sensei. Careful, man. He stays calm, finds the kill. Lear, last one alive.
It's bad that Lollipop dies as early as he does. He goes for a super aggressive peek, and even if you find that frag, you really don't get much for it. They're still going to be dominating over mid control. You can't afford to stay. Even like that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I mean, it is going into a full gun round. I don't blame them for going for it in the very end, trying to do some damage to the economy before things are all said and done. But now we have to see Nemiga actually start to turn up, because if you let Run or Die start to get away with it, the T side of Dust 2, yesterday it's pretty balanced. It's not like an 8-7 half is that bad. Still, you want to give yourselves more of a fighting chance than being down 5-1 and then taking ego before you can even try to fight for any more rounds.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a rough battle for them if they lose it here. And you know what I'm kind of scared of now? Nemiga, they're experienced, right? Maybe if they were an inexperienced team or a more inexperienced team, I would be even more afraid, right? But at this point, when you're 1-4 and you're kind of starting to feel that game go away from you, you start to take some unnecessary risks. But this is a disciplined squad, right? They're not doing anything crazy. They know how they want to approach these. They're even stacking 2 towards A long, knowing that if they secure this, for a couple of more seconds. Actually, we've already clocked by a minute or close to. Still, any progress on the map being made. Jackie once again in that lurk role, looking towards B. Nothing encountered, and now the boys are ready to go, going for that A long push.
They're going to be walking into a crossfire too. This might not end too well for them. It doesn't look like they're going to be going with the flashbang. Brilliance is just playing the role of baiting them into this angle and pit. Box is really going to be the meat of this bone. Hitting in the close, long corner. They even got a rotation coming in from the site. First kill is good. Flash allows him to find that trade, and somehow Run or Die come out on top in the situation. Flash comes back. Tees have still really yet to commit up, but they've heard the damage. They've heard the ticks, and they know somebody's there. Sensei finds the frag, and in a 4-on-2, with 30 seconds to go, it looks like they're just going to run up long, see if they can hit onto the A-bomb site. Not too many smokes to cross. There will be a gap. And they're all, you can see everybody's weary, but that second comes in, but there's still a gap. The bomb's yet to cross. The M4A1S could have had a chance to spam them down, but Lear does it instead. 17 seconds. Bomb, it's about to be dropped on ramp with 15 seconds to go. The timer is running so low. It's getting so tense here for Run or Die. They're both so low on health. 9, 8, taps the bomb. He goes for the peek. They jump up and get the kill, and it's too late. Run or Die have thrown it away.
Yeah, it all came. They might have won the fight on long, but it just took too damn long, man. Like they missed the smoke for a safe cross. Ultimately, didn't really seem to matter all that much. But then the kills started coming in, and the bomb didn't even go down as well, which actually puts. I mean, it would have been a nice bonus. They have some decent money, of course. It's crazy to me, Antram, that this didn't work out. Right, the two people set up quite well there in the crossfire. And somehow they end up still losing the round. Of course, the time being the major issue right there, I feel.
Still going to be so costly for Nemiga, only staying alive with 2 players in that round. You can already see the effect of it. Brilliance is stuck down to the MP9 box. He can start this one off strong for the Nemiga defense, picking up the opening kill via the AWP. Slows Run or Die down before they can even get going.
I mean, this is something that we wouldn't be seeing on the Ultas too as much. I would feel like somebody would have all pushed up all the way up there. Yeah. Ready to peek into lower tons with the knob of all things and then getting safely around the corner. So already those changes are showing up here. I haven't quite casted that many games on Dust 2 so far yet, so I'm actually quite happy to see it in the mix currently. Just getting some feeling for the map, and actually that's quite brilliant. Not for Brilliance, of course. He's flushed out, and that's confirmed that there is a player playing that close to the doors, most likely with appropriate weaponry as well. That's just a guess, but it's an educated guess, I'd say. And now they've got a little bit of the same problem as they had last time. Over a minute is gone by. They have made no progress nowhere whatsoever, except for middle. But I mean, at this point, with 40 seconds on the clock, it doesn't matter all that much as long as Nemiga can hold on to their mid control, I feel.
Well, it looks like they're going to end off with a mid to B split. So far, they haven't really tested the waters when it was going against a full gun round. Let's see how it pans out now with Psycho already tagged down to 5 health. I worry for Lear because the A1S barrel honestly might be sticking out in the corner here. He hears a couple players in tunnels, and MDS is going to have to bait in for him. They can't let this corner get cleared. If it does, the round might just live and die with that. But again, so much time's been taken off of the clock, and this one's just done. Lear swings out of the perfect time, and Psycho just goes back for a save on 5 HP. Run or die again. Had just been blown out of the water, and they're screwing themselves over by just taking too much time on these execs, not giving themselves room for error, and Nemiga are just running away with it because of that.
I'm not sure if I'm correct in my assumption here, so I'm gonna defer to your answer to my question here. But do you also feel like they don't like they lose an opening duel, right? And then it's a 4v5. And then they have no information whatsoever and no ability to turn that into information, because gathering information, it's not that hard per se on a map like Dust 2, but gathering information in a 4v5 as a T-side on Dust 2 seems kind of hard if you're dying early.
Well, it's not going to be that much different if you're just gathering info in a 4v5. It's more of the fact that run or die, lose that opening pick. It seems like off the start they have some form of gambit they want to go for, and like figuring out what's going on or just trying to take a portion of the map, saying like, okay, let's do this off spawn. Then the first guy dies, and in the 4v5, all of your players are like, okay, well, I don't want to be that guy who makes a mistake. Because 4v5 is somewhat winnable, but 3v5 is a completely different story. I think it's just, you can instantly see the confidence. Like, okay, picture every one of these rounds where Nemiga are finding the opening kill, and what are we always saying? It's coming down to a timing factor. Run or die, lose all of their confidence after losing the opening pick.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense, and it is of course hard if you're going into that 4v5, and 4v5 win percentages in the best of 3 series are quite important actually, and this is just a cleanup by Lollipop to 21k. I mean, if you're winning a decent amount of 4v5s, especially like looking at a best of 5 final, that is going to be rounds that are going to matter that you are winning, and if you're not quite that good from like in playing behind and converting that and finding the confidence again, it's going to be really hard to have some longevity in any run, I feel, in a tournament. But that does make a lot of sense, Andran. I do like your insight on this. You're, of course, a player first yourself, right? And you have played this game for God knows how many hours by now. So I love talking to you as well about these kind of stuff. So I feel like I'm always learning. And I'm sure that there's people in the chat who aren't quite as well versed in the CSGO like bigger picture as you are, so maybe they're learning as well.
Nice. Oh no. Uh-oh. Well, it's gonna be a quick long takeoff of Sensei finding the opening pick. They want long control and they've taken it by force, and now it looks like it's Nemiga on the back foot after losing the opening pick. Make that too, Jackie. Beautiful tap onto Brilliance. I guess you could say it was a brilliant tap. And now it looks like Nemiga, they're just going for this B play. It's like, yeah, we're going to stack towards B. If it doesn't go well, oh well, we just call it a save. If it does, nice. But it surprises me because they have plenty of money to work with, so I'm not too sure what the goal is here.
Yeah, this is another interesting one. I mean, there's not much to it. Yeah, there's not much to it, right? They're just going to walk in front of these smokes, get to the site and plant. And
why?
The Nemiga is just calling it quits, man. They're like, okay, cool. Let's just hand it to him.
Like, think about it this way, right? The past 2 rounds, they have not been able to get a bomb plant. And you've just shut them down. So they're coming into this round without a lot of money, without, you know, you could see, like, in their bank accounts, you've got Keem on $0. Everybody's dancing around like 100, 200 bucks. Any kill you get here is massively impactful, because yeah, they're getting the 3k for the win, and the 8k, you know, the 800 for the bomb plant. But let me give you this ultimatum: Nemiga are saving now, run or die. Everybody doesn't. Nobody has to rebuy except for utility. They're all getting around 4,000 bucks, and they don't have to rebuy anything more than utility now. Whereas, let's say you find 2, 3 kills on the exit, you all fall. Sure, you have to rebuy yourselves. You're still keeping them at that 1 round buffer to where you win 1 more round and they are broke. Now, like, they can easily just continue to rebuy.
It puzzles me as well. Like, I was so curious. And maybe this is Nemiga also not feeling very comfortable in a 3v5 scenario, but what you're referring to there, like, that the economy starting to build, and I mean, they've got the money as well, right? Look at what's left on Lollipop and Box and Lear. I mean, they could have for sure bought into this one. So it puzzles me as well. I was too baffled for words, really. But here we go, 4v5, that is the current scoreline, and it will be interesting to see. Well, there's actually a great opener, but traded by Brilliance, and long control still firm in the hands of Nemiga, especially with that second frag. Now, Native running up, and that's been hurt, and here's Box ready for this. Unless they flash him, it's just a dry peek, and the timing's so off. Box is ready for a second, gets around the corner. And I mean, run or die, that's exactly what they were doing. They were either running, and then they were dying, so not sure what their next plan is going to be.
Yeah, I think they need to rebrand to run and die after watching what they've been doing in this round, because the spacing, it's so awful in this one. There's no flashes, there's no util. It's just go out and hope to find the kills. That's not going to work against a team like Nemiga. That's, again, it's like, you could see a clear difference inexperience in this event, right?
Yeah.
Not even experience, just talent. Like, Stayed, yeah, they might lose a couple of rounds, but then they'll start to adapt to you. They'll start to read you and play around you. Nemiga are doing the same thing right now. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 5-5, but you take away, I believe, the opening 3 rounds that Run or Die get. And, like, if you say Nemiga starts off like this coming into the game, it's a completely different story at this point. It still should be that 5th round for Nemiga Gaming. Maybe you could see a little more damage dealt. There's a lot of low money on the CT side, so it's not like it would be all for nothing. The only person that can really afford to rebuy is Box and Lollipops. Everybody else would be seeing the effects.
Oh, that barrel was sticking around the corner, and they suss him out. But, I mean, MDS adapting quite beautifully to it, changing the angle, playing into tunnels. But he's got another Predator coming, Sensei. I mean, he has to be careful because he could get boxed in rather easily, and he doesn't really have the weaponry to deal with that. I mean, it's an op, sure, but if there's 3 people running at you, they actually need to line up, or like Run or Die did. The spacing needs to be so off. They're just gifting you those. He survives, takes it into the next round. But yeah, money is still good for this round. But imagine if some of those Nemiga players were going for it last round, and as you said, would have gotten at least 2 kills or something. Run or Die would now have 2 players with maybe a Mac 10 at best.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can't keep crying over spilled milk, but it does very much so puzzle me. And okay, yeah, as you said earlier, with the whole new Dust 2 and the lower tons peaks coming in more commonly, we're gonna see it again from Box. Not able to muster up an opener this time, but that's gonna let Nemiga have all this information. They're gonna try to get into long, get more info in their back pocket, because for all they know, there's nothing middle right now. There's nothing coming out long, so you're gonna start to see them lean towards B.
I mean, is there a thing where if you like, especially on the op, right, changing positions where you're playing from, but also showing aggression from time to time in rounds is also kind of mess with your game plan if you're Run or Die, if you're already under pressure, right? So if you think, you know what, we're gonna just run into B tons, but Nemiga has been playing from, you know, or having Box run in and trying to find an opening pick from a couple of rounds ago, like that's gonna be on the back of your mind, right? Before you even attempt something, you might want to clear it, and that kind of changes the dynamic a little bit of the map. Or am I going too far in that?
Well, I mean, right now, Nemiga, it's not even like they're trying to hard counter anything Run or Die are doing. Like, they have a strict game plan, and it's just working, because this lower tons peak has yet to actually be punished. Even when there's people there, he's easily been able to muster up a kill, get away, and lock in a 4v5. So there's no reason for him to not go for that frag. And while Nemiga were misread for a second, Run or Die just throws some bad util, and it gives up the gambit. They throw this mid-door smoke, so you see the rotation pulled back to A. And now they're going to be knowing it's an A hit, obviously, because they're coming up catwalk, but they're stacked up and ready to go for this. The flanks aren't too far behind. The bomb's still yet to be planted. Finally, it gets punched in. But with those kills coming back for the T sign, it looks like the defense is just going to call it a save. So I'm surprised to see this round fall flat on its face for Nemiga.
I was also quite surprised. Box, he might have felt like it was boxed in, and that's not inappropriate or not like an intentional pun per se. But he just went for a jumping like no scope onto the site on A. Actually, you're finding a frag. Quite interesting. But it was so bizarre because I think like he could just save that up into the next round. And instead, he just died. Oh no, Psycho. Hello.
Dude.
That's awkward.
That should never have been a kill for the CTs. That should have been Psycho's frag all day, every day. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, Nemiga can still easily buy up because of this, or off of that. Like, regardless of if they save that gun or not. But, oh man, that definitely should have been a Run or Die kill.
The interesting fact is that Lear just didn't pick up that AK. He had the option to, but he stuck with the M4AS. So that might be a sign of the times, if you will, Antran.
Yeah, no, people are like starting to just run over AKs and pick up the A1S. I don't like the A1S. I'll admit that it is just superior in almost every single way. I just don't like it. I don't like how it sounds. I don't like using it. I don't like how big it is. So I'm still an A4 homie. I'm ride or die A4 gang.
Well, Box will have to switch over to the P2K, but he's staying alive, and that's actually so crucial. Does he get away? Somehow he does. Oh no, on 17 HP with the AWP in his hands, and that's actually one of the more lethal weapons for a low HP player to be wielding. And that's actually quite disastrous. Imagine if that would have been a kill. Usually when they get the opener, there you go, run or die, end up winning that round. Let's see if that old adage is true. Lear gets Jackie. Pox is ready for this push, and he finds the first, and there is the impact of him surviving. Native has to turn around for this flashbang. 50 seconds on the clock, and they're making their way over to Long, and actually Fem will find Brilliance there, and that unlocks alongside. And oh, MDS, careful, my man, that looks scary. Over onto Gandalf, onto the side this Native, together with Sensei, they'll punch in the digits. The bomb is down.
Nemiga's entire game plan in this round relied on Brilliant staying alive and long, so when he falls, it gets super uncomfortable, even though it's a 2-on-3. Getting into this site is going to be no easy feat. One Molotov, actually one of each piece of utility, now minus that as the nade gets bounced in. Good damage onto Sensei, but not going to be enough to muster up the kill. Sensei finds the frag, traded by Box. 1-on-2 for the player, and Goose and Native can't find anything. So Nemiga, as I said, the retake's going to be uncomfortable. They make it look easy. Tie up the game once more. Run or die. Still have money to buy, though.
And that ties up our game here. That's, I mean, I think this might be the turning point, right? I mean, the money is on the side of run or die. I do believe that is the official name for it. You could look that up in the dictionary. But I don't know, man. Like, this might well be the turning point. But look at this Box. He gets out alive, which is so crucial, and just finds 2. I mean, like, what do you want? 3, actually, in the end. Wow, on 17 HP from the beginning. That's actually spectacular.
Well, I was wrong in my prediction. Run or die will be taking the save here, but it looks like it's going to be a quick B hit, or at least attempted. 2 players to defend in the likes of Lear and Box. And Op and an A1S is there to try and stall them in their tracks, but now as one player goes to pick up the mid-rotation, it's going to fall onto the shoulders of Box's AWP. And as soon as he takes one shot, as soon as he gets one frag, they'll just try to overwhelm him and rush him down. Smokes will block off the door rotation. He's not even able to fire off a shot. Completely blind, takes care of Jackie, and in comes Lear. In from window, I thought it'd be smoked off, but no, he's coming to help his teammate. Doesn't matter if shots are missed. This is going to be an Amiga-sided round all day, every day.
Man, I mean, Box was under a lot of pressure, but the fact that the molly even had the time to check it, which is such a rare thing as an opera once here holding the B-tons, I feel like you wouldn't have all that much time to find those. But he makes it work. Doesn't really get more than 1 kill, I believe, but doesn't go down crucially either. And as you said, it's going to be so crucial. Luckily, Lear was there to rotate in, and I mean, Lear's been doing some work, man. And Lollipop finding at least 1 here, making that one work as well. 7-6, Nemiga leading for the first time, I believe, in this game. And as I said, I do believe that last round might have, or the 2 rounds ago, that might have actually been the turning point of this whole game. I'm not sure how many games Nemiga is going to drop from here on out. I don't know how you feel about that, Arton.
I'm literally just with Nemiga, pretty much 2-0ing their way to the grand finals. I think when it comes to that, Skate will take a map off of them, but I think this is just an Nemiga tournament, right? Sure, it's being a little closely contested here on Dust 2, but you also got to recall that, like, you know, I was saying, they were up 4-1 at one point. So past that, it's literally been 6-2 in the favor of Nemiga, and off of a lot of questionable plays as well. So I don't know. There's a lot of things that are ticking up against Run or Die here, and it just kind of further helps me solidify my opinion that they're going to keep dominating. Lollipop just picks them all off coming up Catwalk. And, you know, he's on for the ace. Lear steals it away, but he should be good for 4 here. So, bad teammate Lear stops the QB sneak from coming in at B. Nemiga are going to lock an 8.
Yeah, I mean, imagining that final already between Skate and Nemiga, I'm getting excited. I'm getting giddy, man. I'm going to try and watch that live. I'm actually not sure when that will be. And it's going to be a best of 5, or is it just a best of 3? I'm not quite sure as well. We'll have to... Well, we'll see the brackets probably in between 2 maps. But, yeah, Lear finding 19 so far for his team. Together with Lollipop 2K, he's found 12. That's actually quite a bit of fragging, I'd say. But, Nemiga, they have snuck in to the pit. I'm not quite sure how well do know. Psycho is not even considering it, but Lear almost effing that one up. Got it under control in the end. Now, the little bit of control they had is gone. Native goes down, Box finding that frag, and we're looking at a 9-6 half, I've got a feeling.
Lear is on 20 kills right now in the first half of Dust 2. This is utter annihilation from him. The only person even close to rivaling him is Sensei, and he's still 5 kills behind now with that one coming in onto Lear. How fitting, but As I open my mouth and talk about how this should be Nemiga sided, it looks like we're instantly back to a 3-on-3. Could be in the favor of Runner Die here shortly as Keem picks up the frag on Catwalk. And now, uncertainty starts to settle in for the Nemiga camp. It's going to be a B hit and fall into the op of MDS. In fact, both players have the one-shot wonder weapon in their arsenal. But if they don't, if Runner Die space properly, then this round should just be done, right? The op should get traded out, but okay, never mind. We switched to an A1S. It seems like they got the indication that it's going B, though. Yeah, the Molly to block them coming out of tunnels. They're going to go through it. They don't care. Two players very low. I don't know if MDS has spotted this out, but the footsteps will give it all away. Walking in through doors. Molly comes in a window, and they both go swinging out. A 5-on-3 turns 3-on-1. Nemiga have been shut down.
I'm so baffled that box is like nowhere near that as well. And it feels so scary, I think, for him to be just running out into middle like that, not even considering looking. Oh, he's actually going for this. He has a reason, because it's the last round and a half. He switches to the Deagle, but no chance, no shot. 8-7. And I mean, Run or Die, that was actually a round that I felt they stole kind of away from Nemiga. I mean, Nemiga was the one who relinquished control over that round by 2 quick kills, one in the middle and one somewhere else that I can't quite remember. But man, here we are, 7-8.
Yeah, no, this was, that was definitely a round that Nemiga should have been bringing home, and now it kind of leaves me to be worried for the remainder of this game, because, I mean, yeah, I spoke up Nemiga actually kicking it into high gear, but with Run or Die picking up that last round, still seeming like they're getting back into their own form, heading into a T side, only being down by 1 round, a defense. You can't really do much research on this team. I spoke of that when we were talking about the Skade game yesterday. Run or Die is one of those teams you don't really get too much research on if you're Nemiga. You haven't seen them in maybe like a month or so. So you kind of just have to hope your game plan works.
One of the things we might actually, and I think that ties into what you're saying as well, that we might be undervaluing here is that, I mean, Dust 2, the puggiest map of the pug of them all, really, right? And this might actually be favoring Run or Die in the way they are playing. They might feel very comfortable. It's their map pick as well. And here we are. So far, nobody has died. That's actually quite surprising. Bomb side control-ish is there. And actually, Fem taking a lot of damage, going down to 10. Frags coming in. Box and Lear good for 1 each. Bomb will go down. And now the retake will have to come in here. Oh, but look at this lollipop. Oh no, and actually that is just shut down. It's all up to Sensei. He's the top fragger, but Box there already 9-7, and what a great start.
They don't give any clearing to middle. And I just realized, like, you're starting to see a completely different meta evolve on Dust 2. Like, when you look at Ancient, it's usually a B take on pistols. Now when you look at Dust 2, it's usually just an A hit. Because the CTs are easily able to crunch in on tunnels, because it's very common to see them crunch in on tunnels, and middle, for that fact. Usually the T's are just going to go for a quick long play on the pistol round to see if it works. I'm going to keep that actually noted. Oh, okay, well. Happy, enjoy your dinner, Box. Hope it tastes good. Uh-oh. Oh my god.
Wow.
Alright.
I don't think I've seen a better nade.
There's 3 scouts.
Oh wow, like, this is so dangerous.
4 players are essentially oppable. This is horrible right now for Nemiga.
Oh, and actually the Deagle's in the mix as well. Of course, being nerfed a little bit. Or quite a bit, really, at the body shot level, but who needs that if you can just find them like that? AK picked up, and now Nemiga, they're going for this once again, running into all of these scouts, because there's 3 people over here onto the A side. Or actually, psych, they're not. They're turning back around. They've got a full minute to work with. But now, the question is, you've got 2 smokes and 1 flashbang, and now you gotta go B. The utility is there for a B take, but it's going to be difficult with Native just being here, ready for that push at any second. If they don't trade him, like, this round is going to fall apart.
I think this round already does fall apart. Nemiga have definitely outplayed themselves, and you can even start to see Jackie toying with the idea of a rotation to B. He keeps inching his way closer and closer in CT. He will be here to stop this B take from coming in full force. And, that's the one chance that Nemiga have now, because they're able to quickly find that frag. And apparently there is a smoke to block off that door's rotation. It comes in a bit late with the time being so low. Oh, my lord. Keem's found another one through the door. And Nemiga, they have given a golden opportunity to come back into the round, but as it's been given to them, it's been instantly ripped away. Lollipop's not ready to give this one up just yet. We're still in a 2-on-2, and 2 scouts have to come in on the retake. They hear scout shots raining in both ways. They know both of them have these sniper rifles, but what can they do about it? It looks like one of them wants to go back to retrieve an AK, but he just can't find it, and they just don't have time. No kits. They're going to have to make their move here shortly. I believe there's 10 seconds to actually get into the bomb site. Are they just going to give this one up? They're going to have to run into their deaths here in a second.
Yeah, if they don't, this is going to be horrible. Fame has to go for it now. Oh, he finds one, though. If he does find the second, he actually might have gotten something done. But, man, that was... Yeah, that was questionable from both sides, not gonna lie. That was a weird round once again. And Nemiga, man, I mean, toying on that knife or on that ledge on the precipice really of defeating that round. And luckily, Lollipop is awake for that hold. And all of a sudden, those 3 scouts not looking so hard on a retake, right?
Nope. I mean, there was a real chance where they just end up walking away with that round. They even find the shot through the door to complement what they've done on B. Oh, no. I've got a bad feeling about this one with 3 players stacked up close on Carver. Box's Mac 10 proves to be too fatal for them to counter. In comes MDS to help. And as soon as I was worried, Nemiga just run away with it. Run or die. I've still not found anything on the defense.
Well, run or die it is, I suppose. 11-7, and I mean, we might have just been 1 round off, right? But I said it before, and I'll say it again. It felt like I'm not sure exactly which round, but like maybe 6 rounds ago or 4 rounds ago, that was the turning point, and here we are. It's 11-7. It's going to be really hard, and here's a little boost onto Suicide. It's going to find nothing because nothing is being presented. I do feel like Nemiga is going to be taking it from this point on. Run or die mentally must find some resilience to get something going. And actually, great spot by Psycho. The nade will do a little bit of damage. It's actually quite useful for these M4s. And retaliatory nades doesn't find anything.
Brilliance has just spotted nothing in middle. I feel like if you're Nemiga right now, you should be setting up for a mid to B take with all that information in the back of your pocket. But I digress, because they're going to be backing away from tunnels. The bomb wants to make its way out long. I'm very confused what Nemiga have, like, up their sleeve here. They have to have some form of indication of what they want to do. So, I don't like this. I definitely don't, especially considering you've just spotted nothing on mid. You smoke off mid, you have a couple of players go through mid doors, trade it out, combine it with a B-tons take, and it's a free B bomb site. This round should have already been theirs. But I feel like they're going to overcomplicate it once again. Up on the back of Sensei. In fact, he's still doubled up on the A bomb site. What is going on? Box is able to creep all the way out middle. Guys, you turn around. You just found a B pick. This is definitely a B play.
Is there a world where they were kind of setting up a fake? I mean,
maybe, but the bomb is long.
Yeah, it's so confusing to me as well. And there's 30 seconds on the clock. And I mean, what progress have you made so far? I mean, sure, you found a pick, and actually Fem finds Lollipop, and like you said, Nemiga seems to be overcomplicating this one. And oh, Native is ready to receive these players in wide open arms. He's got the M4AS. He's not finding the frags, and he accidentally jumps up. That looks like a mouse wheel issue. Oh, Box finding that kill, and somehow, by the skin of their teeth, they get onto the B-bomb slide. It looked so sketched there for a while.
Man, oh man. Run or die. Threw that one away, I feel.
And it weren't...
I mean, even off the start, like...
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that. So, I mean, on a map like Dust 2, mid is like a part of B. So, if you're turtling up on B, you have to be doing something aggressive on A. Like, you have to be taking long control or something. Like, there's no real reason why you should be turtling up on the B site like that with nobody to spot out for middle. Because let me tell you this, right? With that setup, all Nemiga have to do is throw a mid to B smoke. Not even, like, before they even go in peak window. Because you can peak window without being spotted by CT. But you spot nothing middle, you throw the smoke, you have 3 players go up mid with a flash or 2, the bomb comes out, tunnels, and the round is just done. Right? And they don't take tons control. So, run or die, just go for this, what I like to call an all-or-nothing site defense, to where it either works or it doesn't. And with a team like Nemiga who likes to methodically play this game, it will never work.
No, indeed, it will never work, and it hasn't worked so far. That puts Nemiga on the 12th. One of the things I also wanted to say is that Nemiga so far, they haven't really lost a T round. They've just won all of them so far. And that is a very interesting thing to note, I feel. I'm not quite sure how you feel about that. Look at that. There it is. They're going to win their 5th if they take it here. And looking at the weaponry, it just might be the case. It's not looking strong.
Well, this should be a full investment. Like, Keem should be dropping over native. Psycho should be buying, whether it be like an M4 with a little bit of armor or a FAMAS. This should be an investment, but it's not.
It's so light on utility as well.
There's plenty of money to go around, which leaves me confused as to why this isn't a buy. However, I mean, look, I don't think Run or Die are doing this, and if they are, I really love them for it. But, I mean, if you take a save right now as a CT, you're establishing a buffer without necessarily needing to win a round. So, I like it. I like it. It's kind of smart. If that's what they're doing, but I don't think it is.
Yeah, I'm a little bit baffled, Native. He had the money for it as well to go a little bit deeper, and we'll see if that ends up costing them, because Sensei finds the first, and that's already helping quite a bit. But it'll be up to the rest of the players to kind of close this one out. But the opening pick going their way is definitely good stuff. The one way onto middle is theirs. Now, it looks like this will be a B hit, and solid hold here by Jackie. Let's see what he's got. But Native is going for a little bit of an information play as well. As soon as the hit comes in, he'll start rotating in. I feel Jackie trying to hold the play. Oh, they almost lined up for so much. And Native goes down actually to Lollipop. So who was holding who really? It was Lollipop in the end holding for that information push into middle, or actually the flank already. Bombs down. Or not down yet. Should go down. There you go. Billions ready to receive any CTs, but there are none because they cannot commit to this with 2 ops on the map.
Wait, I just realized something. Where's I Disbalance? That's who I was thinking is missing.
From a lineup, you mean?
Yeah.
Not here, apparently. And
it's like, did they get dropped or something?
I have no clue, man. We'll have to check that in between maps, maybe.
I was just like, I was like thinking about earlier, you know, like what happened. Where's the players that I'm missing? And right now,
oh wow,
we're missing Geo and I Disbalance, and in their place is MDS and Brilliance. So I wonder, maybe like they're sick or something, or this or that. I don't know. There's no news on it.
Nothing on their Twitter as well?
Oh, I didn't check their Twitter.
I'm gonna check in a second here.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea, because I'm very confused now.
I notice your confusion, man, and also pretty confused this Run or Die lineup. They didn't take any of these guns into the next round. I mean, they have more than enough money behind it. Like you said, they were building quite the buffer there. But, I mean, giving up a 13th round there, I mean, you're kind of banking on not losing a whole lot of rounds after on the 7 or 13-7 scoreline. Sensei pushing up here could be quite valuable. There's nothing really challenging him there, and he could get quite a lot of information. But if he doesn't go soon, man, and oh wow, Fem finds Brilliance, but Brilliance retaliates, so it's actually Lear who retaliates. And back in even positions, they don't really have an idea of what's going on exactly. It's not like there was much information gained out of that exchange. It's a pretty default exchange between long, bottom long and car. Oh, no way. Okay.
That was smart. Sensei, he finally switches up what they've been doing in tunnels and shows some form of aggression, and especially with it being the AWP, even if there is a couple of players there, he would have been able to walk up a pick, get away, maybe even work 2 before he's traded. So, I like it. Finally changing it up across the CT side, but are they going to be ready to counter this A hit? There are 3 defenders here to stop it from coming in, and all they got to do is buy time for Sensei. Find like 1 or 2, not necessarily give up your lives. 30 seconds to go, so the timer is starting to tick against Nemiga. As they're able to make their way to the bomb site.
That was actually pretty sketchy. If they went down there one play, that would be an even 3-on-3. Resmoke a little bit in that gap. There is a gap as well, so this is looking kind of sketch as well. Bomb is sticking down. Box finding the first is actually super valuable. He locks down long, but it's Psycho is trying to find him, and he does. Oh. 3 quick kills, and just over like that. Everybody finding the kills, and I mean, sometimes that's just the way it goes.
I think you saying that because, you know, we're not gonna hide away from the fact that you have a little bit of an accent, right? You said, what did you say? The bomb is ticking down?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that's a voice line in the game. You know that, right?
Really?
Like,
Yeah.
have you never heard like the bomb is ticking down?
Oh,
I
yeah.
never thought that's what he was saying. I didn't know what he was saying until you just said that, and it hit me like a truck.
Yeah, my accent is all over the place, man. It kind of depends on who I talk to. Like, it's just an automatic thing I do, so it's not like I do it subconsciously. I started adapting to the accent that's in front of me, especially with like very strong accents. So if I talk to an Irish person, like I've lived there, so of course like I've got the ear for it now. But even in Dutch, like there's so many different accents, and like there's a difference between Belgian Dutch and Netherlands Dutch. And yeah, people laugh at me all the time when I start. Even my girlfriend, whenever she hears me casting with a Dutch person, she's just like laughing her ass off in the next room because like there I go again talking Netherlands Dutch. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get back into this game because 13-8 run or die. They're finding a couple of rounds here.
Needs to be more though. The money does not warrant them taking a loss right after a converted round. They have to have something go in form of succession. And again, I mean, Nemiga are going to keep it slow. Wait for Run or Die to make the opening move. Slow and steady wins the race. Run or Die can't beat us at this pace, at least so they think. But, I mean, Run or Die are okay with this. They're finally switching up how they, take a bit of aggression, get map control, and get information. Because this is the second round in a row where they've had somebody go up, get a little bit of info, try to play it somewhat safe. And it heavily benefits Run or Die. You can see there's a player in middle to hold for a mid push. That's Jackie. There's still 2 on B in case things go hectic there. So they've got a good read on the situation, but will it be enough? It should be a mid to B crunch with the way Nemiga are set up for this 3 players in tunnels. 2 looking to go for that B split. And, okay, no, I was going to say maybe 2 smokes go in the same angle, but no, they're just smoking the lower and higher of the 2 angles in middle. And I like this too, because now there's some uncertainty in the back of Run or Die's mind if this is going to actually come up middle.
Okay, well, here we go. 2 quick kills. Bomb side just cracked wide open, and that should allow the bomb to go down. But I must say, it kind of surprised me with all the information Green was getting. Like, he's all the way on to A long. He's not really pushing the doors. He doesn't want to make a mistake. Well, Jackie is punishing somebody. Oh, that looks so sketchy. 2 quick kills could have been theirs, but Jackie finds so much damage. He's actually getting pushed from behind, and Veem, I mean, he hasn't moved from A long. I'm not sure if that was the call from the IGL, like, just stay there, let me see what I can do here. Probably in the end. But that was actually a surprising round. I was so sure with Veem being that far pushed up on A long that he would call that out to his teammates and maybe go for a little bit more of an information play. Of course, if he goes down, A long's wide open. If there's 4 Ts there, yeah, you're kind of effed. But in 14 rounds here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's good that Run or Die save one of the weapons, because maybe it'll make the buying a little easier, but if you're Run or Die here, you just take the save, right? You play for overtime, see if you can muster something up, because regardless of the outcome, I think this game is done. It's just the difference of how close can you make it, and you're not going to make it close at all if you take the buy here. So you time out, maybe buy down to like 3K per player. Don't buy. I saw that gun get thrown over. Don't buy. They're buying.
I mean, yeah, I agree, but maybe they're just like, you know what, maybe they don't have all that much faith in themselves that they're gonna win this one and they just want to try something out. Is that maybe a thing here, or you think they're really fighting for their tournament lives? Psycho
is on 4 kills. I'm gonna let you question whether they got faith in themselves or not, and if they do, then there is some problems.
Hey, you can have faith in yourselves, right?
Native is 5 and 19. Psycho is 4 and 16.
I'm actually surprised Lear is not on 30 yet.
Oh yeah, no. Lollipop started stealing the kills away.
Poor Lear.
Like, if there is confidence, where is it coming from? Not here. Jackie on B gets shut down. Who'da thunk it? The buy's not going great.
Yeah, I mean, Native's good for 1 at least. But, and now you gotta save. And now Native and Jackie, they'll have to buy maybe a Deagle, maybe an MP9. I'm not quite sure where the money's at. But it can be great. Okay, picked up upgrades. Upgrades, always important. Yeah, this is just done. I feel like, as you said, I mean, we called it a while ago, and you called it from the beginning. It's going to be a quick 2-0. I'm not sure if you would consider, like, 16-8 or 16-9 a quick 2-0, but it's up there, right?
You can't really look at a scoreline by default and say it's going to be super quick. I can say this was relatively quick, but you never know. You know, like 16-8 would still be 24 rounds of play.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's say they took their sweet time in all the rounds. It wasn't like fast-paced aggression. There weren't many rounds where they do something really fast. They always play slow. They wait, which is the story of like the entire first half, which was 8-7. Where it's just super slow pace, don't actually convert onto the site till like 20, 30 seconds left, the CIS special. And it's still a relatively long game. Like, we've still been in the server for almost an hour, and this is map 1. So this is a fairly medium-sized game so far. Brilliance.
Oh.
Okay. He just holds his knife out and runs the pit. Not a care in the world, but maybe he should have shown a little more care, because Psycho will put him in his place. Lollipop and Box, though, will start to run away with the man advantage once more for Nemiga.
I mean, maybe it was just also counting on his teammates to finding those, but if those individual duels weren't going their way, that could have ended pretty differently. And actually, I like this as well. You gotta find something here, right? And you know that Nemiga like to kind of take their sweet time and setting stuff up. So leaving Psycho on the site just for information's sake could be quite an interesting decision. And I mean, Box is ready for this, so they need to time this correctly, and they're not committing too many people to this. And actually, here we go, MDS. Oh no, I thought he was like trying to creep closer, trying to find the knife, and now this is just over. They've gotta go for this. Wait, where is Native going?
I mean, they think it's probably going to be a B hit maybe with that kill coming in, and I assume they expect Nemiga to take that kill and rotate back through B with it, like through T-spawn to B. But that's just not going to be what happens, and Psycho has to get at least 2 here, just straight up. If he doesn't, then this game is just straight done and dusted. If he goes 1 for 1, you can count Nemiga up 1-0, picking up Runner Die's map pick. It all comes down to this. He gets nothing. GG.
There we go. I mean, Native... I don't think so. I'm not gonna lie. There's not a lot he can do about this. I mean, he'll have to try.
Yep. No reason not to.
Yeah, I mean,
Smoke, flash,
yeah, Molly, flash, smoke. What else do you need? Maybe an aid? Oh, he swings out, but he doesn't quite convert the kill too quickly. And that is it. 16-8. Nemiga takes it. And I mean, an expected result. Not gonna lie, I don't want to take anything away from Run or Die. They put up a decent fight, but as you said, these Nemiga players experienced. They know how to adapt. Kind of same thing with Skate. We saw that as well. But I mean, Run or Die for a while there, they were also kind of adapting to what Nemiga was doing. But I mean, their depth is not, I mean, as deep, I suppose, as Nemiga's is. And here we are.
Yeah, nowhere near as deep. In fact, you could see as soon as Nemiga had control of the offense, it seemed like there was really just no turning back. Run or Die kind of get shut out there. Not really much to say past the first half. Remember, that was a 7-8 half. They picked up 1 round on their CT side. And this map is considered by some to be slightly CT-sided at this point. So that kind of gives you an indication of what we're about to see heading into Inferno, which relies on those deep plays. It relies on you to be, have somewhat of a deeper playbook, be good at those fakes, be good at taking map control. That's just not what we saw from them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not expecting like anti-strat material, like absolutely what we're seeing at the major on Inferno, but you do need some of those pocket things. You need to whip something crazy out from time to time. And also, I feel like Inferno is one of their maps where, as an IGL, you can really make your bones if you know what you're doing. But yeah, I mean, I think we are now going for a slight break, so go grab something to drink, and we'll be right back with you.
Welcome back in. After seeing Nemiga stomp out on Runner Die's map pick 16-8 on Dust 2, we head to Inferno with a very grim outlook on the situation. I'm joined by Al Nilsson to try to break this one down for you and see how much more Runner Die have left in the tank.
I mean, you can have a lot of in the tank, but you might burn it all out in Inferno. I feel this is not a map that, and I think it's well chosen by Nemiga. They're going to be super comfortable on it. They know they have the deeper strat book, and they're off of not a per se easy victory, but a comfortable win on Dust 2. So I don't see this going all that well for them as well.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think this one's going to be even more grim than Dust 2 looked. 16-8 seems like it was a falsehood to me. And with how that game ended, with the amount of man advantage situations that Runner Die threw away, I would be a fool to look you in the eyes and say they had a chance heading into Inferno, because they simply don't. This should be a 2-0. We should be seeing Nemiga move on to the semifinals. But I guess I'm open to be surprised to,
I mean, I would love to be surprised. Like, it would be a great storyline, right? Run or Die, Exakuma taking it from Nemiga on this beautiful map called Inferno. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little bit sick of watching Inferno, and I do mean that in the best way possible. I'm not saying like it's an ugly map or anything, but like I've seen it so much, right?
Yep.
But it's a great map. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with it per se. It's just like, I feel like it's overplayed at this point, but I don't think this will go out of rotation anytime soon either, because it's just such a staple in these teams' map pool.
I wouldn't be surprised if it gets changed soon, though.
Changes,
There's a lot of complaints about it.
I mean, what would you like Cobblestone back? I mean, I've been in the Cobblestone waiting room for a while now.
Baby, I would love me some Cobblestone, old Cobble.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
My man, I want me some Cobble. I need Cobble in my life. I think everybody does, though.
There's some legendary plays that are like etched into my on my retinas, on Cobble. But let's hope.
I think you and I are thinking the same one.
Yeah. Well,
Kerrigan Shadada, but then he gets the second.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Psycho is actually finding one, but it's not really training in their favor. It's a 3-on-3 still, but they got access to the bomb site. Mission accomplished. But can they hold on? That is really the question for Nemiga Gaming so far. Not a last piece of utility actually used. It's a smoke, thank God. And now with the bomb down and no utility in Answer Runner Die, only Native has that kit in his hands. It's going to be a real hard push here.
And the timer's already starting to tick against them. I really like the setup that the Nemiga have going on. They're just baiting and switching in. The player and Pit swings out, though it all causes a distraction for the player in the corner. MDS finds the trade, 2-on-2. Somebody's got to get on this bomb soon, though, and they have still yet to take Lear out of Pit. Doesn't matter if you find this kill, bro. It's planted for Pit. This round's done. You can stick the bomb all the hell you want, trying to jiggle away, but it's just going to be an Nemiga pistol.
Yeah, I mean, as expected, even though everybody went down, I mean, a pistol's just a pistol. You win the first, and I mean, I'm suspecting like a traditional scoreline here, where we're going to see a 3-0, barring Run or Die making something crazy happen here. It all started here with Lollipop 21k opening up, and then Brilliance finding the second, but Psycho was good for one, and Native was good for a second, but Lear, I mean, it didn't matter in the end, but he still wanted that kill, and why wouldn't you? It's a free one. Take those.
Gonna be a B-pop for a second. I thought they were gonna try to sprint it up, see if they could change up the pace early on into the game, but MDS is abruptly halted by a grenade, taking him down to 49 HP. Smoke gonna come over, and it looks like we're about to see some retaking. Still, Flash isn't that great, but neither of the shots for the MAC-10. MDS, he had an entire century to find that frag with the Wiz, a Mount Runner Die with the opening pick, and they're just gonna back away with it too.
Yeah, I mean, I was so sure MDF was going to find that one right there, but MDS rather. But that was actually kind of surprising. Like you said, he had all the time in the world, but he couldn't quite control the spray once it gets away from you sometimes. I mean, it's difficult to bring it back, especially like you're used to playing the AK, maybe the Galil. And the MAC-10, yeah, sure, it's up there, but it's not the same thing as fracking with that AK over and over and over again and going into officials and finding those heads. Now, I mean, it's not over by any stretch of the imagination, but Run or Die, 50 seconds tick by. They do not have a smoke, though, and if they had one, it would have been so, so beautiful. It will be reliant, this defense, on these Deagles finding frags, but Box finds Psycho, and Jackie goes down the side stairs, and I don't think, I mean, they're gonna try for it, which it might be kind of questionable. I don't know how you feel about this one. I mean, they've got two Deagles, head armor on two.
Right? Dave, what are you doing? Stop! Native, go away! Shoo! Shoo! You're not getting anything! Go away! Save your guns! Oh, never mind. Go ahead and go for it if you want, my friend. It was actually really smart.
Lollipop 21k. I mean, he knows where Native is. They know they've got him stuck here, but I mean, who's got who? Native is playing to die here. I don't think he'll get out. Oh. Oh no, another frag by Sensei. He goes down in the end, and Native finds another. It is getting very costly. Only Brilliance left alive. Bomb will explode, and they'll take their second round, but it was looking kind of sketchy there for a second. Not gonna lie, even with that 4v5 not going their way, Nemiga still pulls out ahead.
Fun fact, I have never played an official on Ancient, or on Cobble. Like, in ESCA League, nothing.
Wow.
That is... It sucks, too.
Yeah, that's actually quite a shame.
I would have loved to play it in League. I really would have. But, oh well.
Just think it's such a great map. It has all that character, and also, I mean, in terms of balance, I always felt it had like a lot of potential. Well,
it was definitely CT side, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but you can say the same thing about some other maps in the pool right now. I mean, wait, Ancient comes to mind.
I can't remember, actually. I thought... Nah, never mind. I'm not going to get into it. I could be dead wrong. Again, like, I was inexistent when Cobble was a thing, so I don't really have the jurisdiction to speak on its side of this.
Well, I wasn't really involved in casting it as well. I was just a potato couch watching all that action unfold, but I just loved it so much, man.
Whoa.
Okay, wait.
I honestly thought that was a team for a second, but nah, they just came sprinting down banana. It is an eco, so you can't really blame them for doing something like that, but still caught me by surprise nonetheless. 4-on-3, the round's pretty much already done at this point.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point in going for this. Also because Psycho, he's picked up that AK. He's got 2 flashes. Doesn't have like body armor or anything, but I mean, they should just be glad that they have that gun in the mix now. And Sensei will be looking for some exits, but yeah, like you said, this round's just over. Also, I've been scrolling Nemiga's Twitter in the meanwhile. Haven't seen anything about any roster changes per se. Didn't get quite far. We got kind of baited, not baited, but we kind of got into a discussion about your collecting of other stuff. I don't know if we want to get into it, but I'll say that I also am into Magic the Gathering cards, and we were talking about that a little bit. So yeah. That remains to be seen. Frag found by Jackie. They know where he is, but I mean, he's just doing damage at this point. Oh, he could find a frag. He doesn't. MDS trades him out.
This is where the test of time usually shows who's going to actually compete in this game. You know, run or die. They get the chance to get the full investment. They can stop Nemiga right in their tracks. Or we can see them really start to run away with this game. Lock in 4, maybe 5 rounds off of an eco win. And that could start to spell disaster for Run or Die within the first 10 rounds. So, if you're Run or Die to put up any sort of fight on this map to show that you've got anything in the tank in general, I feel like this is a must-convert round. The AWP's going to be going towards B, so... Wait, whoa, what is this? Okay, no, it looks like Nader's just... I thought he was lining up a smoke for maybe a one-way on the sandbags, but nah, he was just doing it because he got mollied.
Really? Does he have to pull out the smoke? He doesn't, actually. Gets away with that, or did he? I can't quite tell. No, he didn't, right? Okay, cool. I mean, it's always beautiful when you don't have to waste that.
What sucks about that molly is, like, I see what they were going for, but it usually doesn't spread that well. They're going to go down banana regardless. I think they assume logs is clear because of the molly, and that's going to eat them. They're going to hardcore get screwed over because of that. But what I was saying, that molly sucks when it's missed because not only would it not hit logs, but it won't cover the entirety of the left wall. So it's literally just throwing $600 away if it doesn't hit.
I mean, you would love to see... Oh, wait. Well, you'd love to see those Psycho goes down to Brilliance. But Jackie could... Oh, that's actually the bomb falling in a little bit of an awkward spot. Jackie might make some... Oh, no, he doesn't. He actually fluffs the shots. And now... The bomb will go down for a second there. He might have battled his way out of that if he got presented some 1v1s. But what I did want to say is maybe if you want to throw that molly, wouldn't it be better to also combine that with at least one nade to kind of put some pressure onto him? I feel like a flashbang behind that as well, and he might just run into the molly and he has no clue.
Your HEs are your only, like, disposable nade on this map.
Yeah.
Where you don't have to worry if you misplace it. Like, if you misplace a flash, well, now... You could have used that flash way better for like a retake car flash or a bracket flash or an apps flash as a CT to peek in. If you screw up a smoke, you could have done that, you know, banana, apps, bracket. There's all these spots. You could have smoked down middle, maybe gone for a pick into alt. Molotovs, I don't even have to. Like, I don't even have to explain why that would suck if you missed it. But HCs are disposable, you know? Like, there's a lot of strats on this map, more than any other, where it's just like, let's nade here, off spawn, right? Just huck a nade, up banana, up mid, down mid, see if you can find any picks.
Yeah, I mean, they can reinvest into this one, of course, but that CT economy is looking a little bit precarious. They're close to max loss bonus, I thought. I saw it just in a blink of an eye. Not quite sure. Or they might already be on it on 0-4, actually. What am I even saying? But here we go. Flash by Brilliance trying to open up here. Molly will hold him back. It's actually there, Molly, if I'm not mistaken. And that's top banana control. Good job. Now, Veem actually on a little bit of an adventure into the apps, and he finds a lollipop 21k. That's some beautiful stuff right there, putting his team in a favorable position. And would you agree if I said, like, this is a round that hasn't looked better for Run or Die since the beginning of this match?
I don't know, I'm pretty sure you've seen a couple of rounds where they find openers, but it's really just been about the late game and being able to exploit Nemiga, countering them. But in most of these situations, they're going info blind into a lot of these site holds. Right now, they've got a good, you know, little chokehold on what's about to happen. 3 at B because they have full control of brackets. They spotted deep apps. They know they can't be there. So Nemiga just have to run out this clock for a second, really try to get into the minds of Run or Die. But like the biggest person they have to find right now is Sensei, right? Because he's the entire reason that these setups work.
Will they? Won't they? It's actually Veem finally blocked, so it doesn't look like that. And with firm control over Boiler, Sensei has quite the lockdown on this one. And this, with 30 seconds on the clock, this is
saving.
Not a great position to be in.
Straight up saving.
Yeah, they gotta. Look at the money on MDS as well. Fox, he should be able to buy into the next one. This will be
Don't you do it. Maybe. Stop. Yes, dude.
No. How
like,
dare
look,
you.
If you go up and knife the chicken because he's just chilling, whatever. But like he literally, you had 3 chances to kill that chicken and then you messed up. Like you need to just call it a day, take the L, and walk away at that point. That's just screwed up. You know, if he's just in your way and you just kind of like reactionary, just flick down, stab him. Oh well, happens. But like you went out of your way to make sure that chicken died.
Deliberately kill him. That's animal cruelty. Let's get PETA involved. Are you a big chicken man?
I like killing chickens.
Okay. Do you like? I mean, this might be a little bit morbid, but do you like eating chicken after?
Chicken is my favorite meat.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I like chicken as well.
Chicken, anything. I like it.
Chicken, anything. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Veem actually kind of MVP of that round, specifically finding the first opener and then actually holding balcony, putting an end to that round for Nemiga. And Run or Die find their first. Lear actually eats a molly. You don't see that all too often. And that's actually a decent-ish nade. Second one thrown in there, and that's even better. Oh, but this is actually quite the battle for top banana. Here we go. Native pushes in, but Brilliance retaliates. And another molly once again. I mean, that must have been 3 mollies so far. We've seen at least, if not 4. Flashbangs here. And actually, Jackie's peeking alone in on that. There was no reason for that. You know that there's more than one person there left. You know it by just the utility count if you've been paying attention. Oh, and this actually opens up all kinds of troubles for Run or Die. It's actually Psycho. Oh no, he falls into the molly. No place safe to go. And actually there's a molly on the bomb as well that allows Sensei to push in. This is a very, very chaotic round. Molly is extinguished and now they've recovered the bomb. 52 seconds. They might want to go any which way. And actually they're deciding to pull away from this one. It's a very interesting decision. That's a ballsy call. I mean, you're kind of gambling on the fact that nobody was coming from Banana.
No, this is definitely super smart from Nemiga. I love this. They know both players are there. They had just wasted their last piece of utility, and it's not uncommon to see people tap the bomb and wait out for a peek from the CTs, obviously. And with how deep Box has been able to establish himself on A, this should be a converted round. But as I say that, he doesn't actually establish himself deep. He just tucks into Graveyard, so the bomb is still going to be planted. Obviously, they're able to get control of the site, but Run or Die are getting way closer than they arguably should have been allowed. Like, imagine, he pushes up Speedway, he pushes into Library, he gets this free kill, and now it's unwinnable. But as the timer continues to tick on, they have some utility to get into the bomb site. MDS shuts him down, though.
I mean, imagine if Sensei was the one arriving there instead of, I don't know if it was Psycho exactly. Oh, actually finds the
How?
elbow, and he doesn't die. He must have hit a
He's
little bit of
already on
wall.
like 30 health.
He must have hit the wall. That's the only explanation. Instead of going for the elbow, he must have flicked to the center of the mass. I don't know.
What kind of concrete is that? Making an op body shot do less than a deagle.
I do want to continue my train of thought there, because imagine if Sensei rotates into library and he just looks in that scenario we just saw there at balcony. That could have ended so badly for them. I mean, it's good that he tucks into graveyard, but there is a scenario where that actually doesn't pay off. And like you said, you would like him to take even more space and find that third frags. That's what my mind was going to when I saw that. But you're right, it's a good call. It's a ballsy call. They know that there's two there, like you said. But yeah, here we are. It's actually all that also fell apart off of Jackie just pushing in, right? I mean, they had a firm control over Banana, and then they pushed in, and actually Sensei finds the first, and Jackie, he just finds brilliance. It just gets gifted a molly kill. And just like that, Run or Die are leading once again.
All right, well, they're going to continue to walk away with this man advantage. Maybe a kill comes back in the form of Lollipops flanking the apartments, but no. As soon as he could have found free reign under the A-bomb site, he's instantly checked and gets tagged down to 69. Nice HP. 2 on 5, though, and they're just going to try to swing it out A, see if they can do anything with it. So many players here to defend. Psycho even getting a little impatient. Walking up Whaler. He'll be able to find Lollipop to put it all up to MDS. 1 on 5. Bomb on his back. He could choose to go somewhere if he wants, but with as many CTs as there are, there's just no hope at that. Everybody stays alive for Run or Die. Good stuff on the CT side.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to find a way back into this game, this is definitely it, right? I mean, I'm also wondering what exactly went wrong there. That must have been a nade earlier for Brilliance to go down to the molly like that. I'm not sure. I must have missed it. Maybe we get to see it. No, it's actually Psycho here, ready for that push, and then once again pushing in. I mean, I like it as well. You know that there's just two there. You know that they must be brackets, right? Then you're just pushing them down, aggressing onto them. You don't want to give them any 1v1s though, but when they're surrounded in a map like Inferno, just end their misery in that round, on to the next one. And Nemiga, Jaggers, not a great buy round here. I mean, it could definitely be worse. It could just be Glocks, but I mean, this isn't great either. And actually, once again, I mean, he doesn't get the kill, but he is so aggressive.
Oh my lord.
Okay.
Run or Die, they have found some comfort in Banana, to say the very least. In the past couple of rounds, even when they lose them, they're still just continuing the fight at this part of the map, shutting it down and locking Nemiga out, which is arguably pretty good, right? They've usually had free reign of any part of the map, so it's good to see them shut it down here.
I mean, Nemiga will have to rethink things, right? If you can't get Banana the way you're approaching it, what's next, right? And if you're not taking apps comfortably, then I mean, those are kind of two of your only options. You could go brackets as well, a little bit of a set piece, maybe go Arch and a split B or something like that. But Banana feels like such an important part of this map. It is an important part of the map, of course. But you know what I mean? Like, if you're not able to control Banana, even that push towards brackets is going to be getting pressured from behind as soon as these CTs want to push in.
Yeah, well, now Nemiga have to take the save and consider what's going wrong on their T side, because past the opening couple of rounds, looks like Run or Die are finally going to put an end to their antics. So they're gonna have to switch something up, right? You can't keep running it down Banana when they're just this confident and doing this well at this part of the map. Surprising though, they've now stacked 3A. It looks like they want to go for a mid push. Psycho going all the way down. He sees the Glocks come up from alt mid. He actually loses the opening pick. Oh, misses a couple of shots too. They're going to try to run him down with this AK in hand. He pulls up the pistol. The AK comes up. He finds the trade. There's so many players trying to take him down. The 5-7. It's dancing around the pillar. It's dropped the bomb. But where has Lear come from? He's moved up through arch. Kim, it's all up to him at A, and he finds all three. And it was a very chaotic round that honestly could have gone the way of Nemiga had a couple more frags gone their way. You know, maybe Sensei doesn't pick up that kill onto the AK and that round turns to shambles, but they're able to lock it in with 3 players alive.
You know what is quite scary at this point, if you're looking at the Bonnie situation, it's Run or Die. I mean, they've built up quite the bank. And so these CTs, they can definitely afford to lose a round or two and not worry about having to force their way back into this, right? And that's always sketchy. Like, one of the big parts of a game like CSGO is definitely economy management, and especially on the CT side. And once you start building a bank, oh, that's actually a great nade. Oh no, Nemiga, this is not exactly it. They're trying something. Brilliance retaliates. And actually, Lollipop, for the first time that I can see him battling for control over apps in middle, don't really have control in the traditional sense, really. But they definitely send Run or Die packing. It could have ended a lot worse.
Well, they're going to go once again, just try to hit up B, see if it works. And, well, I mean, so far in the past, it's had a lot of success, especially when it's got numbers in the favor of Run or Die. 3 players, obviously, as I just mentioned, bomb on the back of MDS, not that much utility, so past the smokes coming in, there won't be too much to stop the post-plant retake coming in. Player boosted up, Native, he could be the end-all, be-all, depends on if Nemiga expect him here. They definitely won't with Psycho finding that frag, beautiful stuff from him. Native adds to it, 1-on-4 for Lollipop. Quite a brilliant map over on Dust 2, but it looks like Inferno is not his strong suit. We're all tied up here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit surprising, and it feels like Nemiga is definitely a little bit out of their depth. They're trying to figure it out on the fly, and that's never easy, right? So I do believe we have timeouts in this game. Maybe Nemiga's just not worried, but at this point, I mean, maybe just start talking things through, right? Psycho here will open up his ult, but it's actually Native that they don't expect. And then Psycho even rotates in, trying to find that last frag, and he does. Now, this is just a little bit of a Tech 9 train, and I like the Tech 9 as well. It's always fun to find heads with that one. Sensei gets flashed off, and Psycho's actually in a little bit of a precarious situation. Frag found onto Sensei. Oh, it's actually Sensei. Oh, they open up the balcony, and now Sensei has to do quite a bit, but he's pressured from 2 sides. Oh, but he's playing it to perfection. He found 3 so far. They do plant the bomb, so mission accomplished overall. Now the question is, how much more can they get? Can they win this round? And that's actually a great headshot by Lear. Oh, and if Native goes down here as a full util stack and a kit, that could be really crucial in this retake. He gets it. Brilliance found an AK. And, oh, they're on the bomb already if they want to. Oh, no, wait, Lear. Brilliance, you gotta spam, man. He's just sticking it. Prozone fake, there you go. Nemiga found another one. Run or Die found another one, and Nemiga, they get the conciliatory AK as a reward.
I mean, it's an eco, all things considered, is pretty good.
Yeah, it's a great round, actually. Lots of damage done. Bomb plant as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I assume Brilliance didn't hear him sticking it, right? That kill comes in, he's too busy shooting with the fire burning, another shot coming back from the CT. It's going to be difficult to hear that.
Well, banana control. Not a lot of contention per se in terms of utility. I mean, we saw some nades flying around, but Run or Die, they're also kind of cooling on those hard fights for top banana control. Kind of settling deeper into the side, which I like as well. They're kind of giving Nemiga some room to work with and changing their approach, which might throw off Nemiga. I do not know. Here we are. Oh, Sensei actually kind of gets baited by that. That flash is beautiful as well. Throws off his timing completely. Box finds Native. Sensei can't find any retaliatory strikes, and I mean, they have top banana control. They're in the 4v5. This is very, very doable for either side still to find anything.
Wait, whoa. Well, look at all the util they've baited out. Even going through the smoke, too. They are just not going to respect it whatsoever. One man at the back of the bomb site. Sensei won't be able to help. They have to clear out Jackie, though, and he misses shots. So the Gambit's now been sold out. I don't think... Oh, no, they do have nades coming in, but it won't matter. MDS hits the head, and Run or Die take the save. Even though they've won tons of rounds in succession, they don't want to give up anything more than they have to.
Yeah, man, this is actually kind of crazy. I mean, you don't want to push through smokes all too much, but when you do, and you make it look like that, very stylish win in that round. And I mean, they don't know, of course, that this is not going to be contested. I mean, they do feel it in their bones, because look at this. 2 players are actually kind of looking for them. I mean, do you want to go for this if you're Nemiga? Is it that important to find these rifles in the hands of Run or Die? Because your economy is not all that great either.
Yeah, I mean, it's a mutual agreement to just keep our guns and everybody keep their economy going.
Huzzah.
It will favor Nemiga, because, you know, CT side money, yikers, but I do think there's enough to... I think there's enough for both squads at this point to buy in the rest of the game. Half.
I mean, a gentleman's agreement's always a fine thing. Did you know, actually, that at the major, I heard it today.
Teams were gentlemen to not using character skins.
Yeah, dude. Like I thought it was like officially banned, but it's not. It's crazy.
No, well, they can't. Like, so Valve has
Well,
done
it's a
whatever
Valve
they
major,
can
yeah.
to like sue people that aren't using. So like, essentially, you can use character skins everywhere, right? So when you look at like EPL,
Yeah.
I believe I could be wrong on this one, but when you look at an event like EPL, teams are just gentleman's agreement to not using character skins
Yeah.
because it's kind of screwed up.
I mean, it
Also
does
screwed up 'cause that
provide
doesn't kill
some.
native.
Oh my god, if he took another nade, he would have died right there. But native, he does find box. Wait, Brilliance doesn't see Checky, and Checky gets away with his life. How much HP does he have? He just needs to eat a direct nade, and he died. Oh my god, there, Lollipop finally finds one, putting one on the scoreboard. He could have found native there, but he doesn't. The spam of the M4 finding that kill. And now, this is getting very, very sketchy in this 2-on-4.
You have to find a bomb plan here if you're Nemiga. Sure, you can still buy into the next round, but that's going to run out very, very shortly if you can't keep mustering up these bomb plans. They are going to continue their feet up B. Smoke to block CT. There's still a crossfire established on oranges and coffins. And you even see Keem rotating in if things go awry as well. He wants to go through the smoke as soon as contact's been taken. And he doesn't care if contact's taken or not. He doesn't care if a kill comes in. He's just going to swing anyway. 1-on-4. Lear has the bomb on his back. And Sensei's now given the indication that he's gone away from Banana. So everybody's going to push up to try to hunt him down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Lear is long for this world in this particular round. Imagine if they just feed him all the kills. That would be kind of nuts. But I think he might just die any second because there we go. Sensei's clearing out the angles. He might catch a timing, actually. Does. Now crossing the bridges. Sensei, they crossed each other without even noticing. And he finds the first. Puts down. Oh, he can actually find some molly, so gonna stick this one out a little bit longer, and I don't think they're gonna be able to get him as quickly. Oh, they're trying to spam him. Do you remember? I think it was Nav, right? Or was it Nav on Liquid who found like the most random kill in kitchen? Through a wall bang from second mid while a player was hiding there. I just vividly remember a clip like that. Absolutely insane. I think he even had like another wall bang that round. Absolutely sick.
I don't know. I just think it's nuts that Nemiga somehow don't win that round. They do so much damage on Banana in the early round. They take 2 players down to 1 HP, and both of those 1 HP players still manage to find a kill for their, for their own pockets. So, I'm kind of upset that Nemiga lose that. They go up B, they whiff another shot, 4-on-1, and they kind of have to call it a save at that point. But they can't end this half losing, I feel. They really can't. I mean, even if they do, 9-6 would be pretty damn fatal. Run or die would be a pistol round away from starting to sweep away with it. We also have to remember that on Dust 2, Nemiga's CT side, while it wasn't bad, it wasn't that good. They only walked away with 1 round lead. It took them a second to get warmed up. So imagine now, right? Imagine now, run or die walk away with a 9-6 half, and Nemiga go for that like slow start on CT side again. That would be almost setting us up for a storyline in map 3.
It could very well be. I mean, it's a bit early to call because Lear, he has something to say about it. To find that frag through the smoke. I mean, I find those so infuriating, man. Oh, look at this native. He doesn't catch that timing quite well because, but if MDS is not careful, his head is going to be snapped off. It's actually Brilliance as well. But Psycho and Blocks, they both find a kill. And his bomb site just wide open just like that. And now Sensei, he's wondering what just happened together with Feem. They were so certain that they could count on their teammates right there. But losing the individual duels is like a sure way of, sinking the ship, so to speak.
We haven't seen a double op set up this entire half from Run or Die, by the way.
Yeah, they did have that a little bit on Dust too, right?
One of the, I can't remember if it was them or Nemiga.
One of those 2 teams. Good point, actually. I mean, double ops is definitely doable on a map like Inferno.
Is probably the most like common double op
Yeah.
setup map. Well, other than maybe Ancient.
I actually was surprised that Astralis in their game against... No, it's actually... Wait, who did they play again? Was it Pain? No, it wasn't Pain.
It was Pain.
Was it Pain? Well, Pain ran a double op setup on Ancient a lot of the times. Now, on the other hand, they also recovered 2 ops regularly. Or like a second op, and they kind of didn't want to give it away. So maybe it was more that, but it was a surprising amount of rounds. And it wasn't really working for them on Ancient, I felt.
That's just because Pain is not a good team when it comes to the grand scheme of World Counter-Strike.
That is also a factor to calculate in, I feel.
But I mean, double op setup is probably you're kind of like not smart if you're going without it on Ancient, to be real with you. Like, you should have an op on A at the bare minimum, but I like having an op on B is also really good. And middle, like as a CT, you can bring an op anywhere on that map. So
Yeah.
you're not running a double op setup. What are you doing, man?
Well, what are you doing, Box? He just got double naded. Not that he could do anything about it, but look at this native. He's gonna catch Lear off guard. Actually does get flashed, but native. Oh, and he dinks two people. Brilliance and MDST both go down to 9 and HP respectively. Oh Lord, Sensei finds another, and this is done. Nemiga, you've really thrown that one away. Once again, showing dominance, run or die, of the top banana.
And this time you can't even think about saving. You got to give it the old go. See if you can find some success. Only one man on A right now still, and that's Keem. Pulled in a rotation from Jackie, though. And it looks like he's about to be tested. The crossfire could be established well, and MDS doesn't pull the trigger. That could have been a kill coming right back, and could have been the straw that broke the ice there. It seems like they're weary of a man in lane. They clear him out porch, and it's a completely different round. And okay, never mind. Lollipop just ran up here with a bomb. Question mark.
Oh no.
9 HP. MDS stays alive for that one, but the repeak will do it. Run or die. They're the ones winning the half this time around. 8-7 up in their favor.
Everybody's fragging on the side of Run or Die as well. I mean, it's in the grand scheme of things, barring Psycho, everybody's actually quite close. I mean, Native's running away with it, of course, but I mean, everybody's kind of showing up on the side of Run or Die. I mean, you can't exactly say the same about Nemiga. I feel like I couldn't check it out because we're into this replay right now. And I'm getting a little bit worried here for Nemiga because now they got to do the CT side, right? But man, Lollipop, what a cooler he took. He's just on 3 kills.
Yeah. He's definitely been a little bit quiet since Dust 2. It's going to be a B hit from Run or Die, and actually a fast B hit at that. So, Brilliance, he's got to tuck away and pray that his teammates can get there in time before things go too far away from their grasp. Util sets actually 2 of them for the T side as they exploit the B hold, which means nobody's there. Easily gonna try to get the bomb down. Boost up from Flower, but I think it's being held for. They're trying to spam in from Construction to bait in for it, but they've not been able to find anything just yet. They're gonna have to show some respect to these smokes. There's no kits, no util for the retake. Nemiga, after the smokes fade, after nothing is left blooming in their face, they're gonna have to try to speed this one up, and a crossfire's already been established from Banana and from Pool. Emo is one man at the back of the bomb site. Sensei first to strike, blood in the round. Lear falls, Brilliance trades. Still a couple of players to find, but Brilliance makes it look easy. The man who defended B trying to bring this one back, but headshots aren't gonna be enough. 1-on-3 Psycho just has to play the timer, and MDS knows he has to stick at Brilliance. You don't find this kill, your team loses, but he does. Is there going to be time, though? I don't know if they got on it in enough. Literally 1 HP is MDS. 1 bullet load at a difference, but Nemiga come away with it.
Oh, that was so close, man. I felt my hair standing up right there because if somehow they mistimed that art, I mean, that would have been a dramatic start, right? I mean, I do feel like Nemiga just mentally needs that first round here to start going because, like, I also feel like in a best of 3, it's if you're a slow starting team, that could just be already the end of it. Like, you could be done before you start if you take a slow start in a best of 3. A best of 5, you have some margin for error, and best of 1 is just horrible as well. I mean, look at Astralis taking one of the worst starts of their careers, and maybe even team history, I'd say, in recent years. I mean, they're pulling it back now because the format allows it, but I mean, best of 3 is kind of scary in that regards, and let's hope that Nemiga is not slowing down now, doing the reverse cooler, winning the first and then losing the second, the two maps after that.
I like the angle Lear's playing. He's just, you know, holding a little bit of a pinch angle. As soon as he spots out any movement, he's just going to drop the smoke. It will be a B take attempted from Run or Die, so only 2 men on the defense to try and fend them off, but the weapons are going to be very, very difficult to counter. They have a lot of utility to get up. 2 smokes, 4 flashes, a Molotov on Psycho. They're just going to take their sweet time, contact it, see how far they can get before Nemiga spot him out.
Here we go, XX coming in, 1 minute off the clock. And Nate will follow soon. Actually, there he goes. Brilliance finds the first, and he could find a second, but he's actually quite blind and completely misses that. Goes down. Tech 9 in your face from Run or Die. Lear is trying to push through the smoke. Quite surprising, and doesn't get any kills. Nate does do some damage, and that actually converts into a kill by Psycho. Lollipop, I mean, we need this man to step up big, but look at the backstab. It's native. Oh, and this is going to end before it even starts. Well, it's actually already ending because Jackie's on the side, and he's just finding kill after kill. And he had a little bit of a slow round or a slow match.
Oh.
Okay. He just finds a beautiful wall bang, but still not enough. Run or die. Taking that lead once again.
Nemiga are no strangers to the force buy on pistols, though, and they're going to instantly invest that back up. Force buy wars in full effect. But the story of the force buy wars is that they will always favor the T side. So, a couple of Deagles, Scout 5-7. And, you know, Brilliance, he's been shining through for Nemiga, but past that, everybody is silent. The closest is MDS on 8 kills, half that of of Brilliance. And now, with the weakened weapons, they're going to have to convert something big.
Yeah, this is... I mean, I'm really getting worried at this point, because if nobody wakes up Brilliance, I mean, we've called out his name so many times, but now he gets out alive, even Psycho traits into that M4AS, but that's a dead MDS. That's some good utility usage, really denying him any room to move to. And Sensei ready for any aggression being shown, but it's actually shaping up to be a little bit of a fake towards A. He's just there to sell the ID that a lot of players are still there, and so far it's working. Box with a scout.
Wait, why isn't this going to be a B crunch? 3 of them are walking up arch. They're going to get free access to Speedway. They're going to see nobody home. And they should just decide to walk up B. They go through this smoke, and they have massively messed up. Box sits on the opposite side of it, waiting for the smoke to fade. Won't hit the tag, though. And with that, the A bomb site's left vacant. Nemiga, this should be an instant save call.
Yeah, they can go for this. I mean, there's a rifle, I believe, a MAC-10 at least, in Banana. Maybe they can pick that up. Or an MP9. Not quite sure. Actually, did they throw that out? That's actually such a head of play if they did. Yeah, there it is. Can they get it? Nope.
Nope.
Well, rip. That was the consolation prize, but not even that is granted to them. They'll have to fight tooth and nail. Even biting is going to be necessary to try and get back into this one, I feel. I mean, like, just from a momentum perspective, it doesn't feel like Nemiga is here right now on Inferno, which is really surprising.
I mean, you'd think they would be. It's their map pick. It's their home territory. It's their home turf. And they're just silent. Run or die. Giving them a run for their money right now. 10-8. They take double digits first. Nemiga have to go into another save. And this could start to get away from them.
Oh, very much so. And it might already have happened. We just don't know yet. The future is not clear, as they say. Look at this. It opens up with Brilliance, but that's just pretty much it. After that, I mean, nothing really for them. And look, oh, the money is horrible. Just horrible.
Yeah, it's not great. Couple of pistols, but Mox and MDS, the 2 men who fell in the previous, have to just stick with the default USPs and see if they can get anything done. Both of them, they're just going to be the human shields in the apartments. It looks like they are. 2 of them come sprinting in, but it seems like MDS is going to be the only man taking initiative. Nate goes up Banana, and they're kind of relying on Brilliance to do something brilliant again.
Yeah, but honestly, any of these other players should stand up right now if they want to win this game.
Oh, beautiful flash, and they're not playing Annie for it, so Brilliance, again, gonna be able to walk away with the opener. Good trade from Psycho, able to recuperate himself for it, and yes, has the Zeus. Yes, yes. Are they going to clear the corner? It looks like Keem may just let it slip by the wayside. MDS, I don't think he spotted him. He has to be looking the right way. Keem, he's gonna catch the timing, and he'll catch the shot because of it. That could have been a Zeus kill. That could have been another kill going the way of an Nemiga, but it looks like, again, run or die, you're just gonna run it up Bay and find a round.
Yeah, I mean, just like that. A Zeus kill, I mean, with having no game audio for me, I wouldn't have been able to enjoy it as much because that scream is just the best thing ever. I don't know, man. I just like it so much. You also hear that scream in a lot of other movies as well. It's just something Hollywood likes to put in from time to time. But, you know, we're looking maybe at an action movie as well where the heroes in Nemiga are ready to research and find their stride. But if they have to, it will have to happen anytime now because this is looking very, very grim. I mean, as you said, it's just brilliant. Above 10 kills like MDS, he's not even halfway there to his level. And I don't know, man. What do you do if you're Nemiga here? Do you call a timeout? Is that gonna help? Like, do you need somebody to go play hype man and let's say let's go a couple of times? I don't know, man.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, it will have to start there, right? And maybe even something in the strat book. But as you said, like their CT side on Dust 2 wasn't all that great. So that is showing here again, I feel, and with not enough T-side rounds, they're in a very dire straits.
Well, Nemiga, now is where they need to start to distance themselves from Run or Die on their map pick. They get the full investment out. It's going to be missing the AWP, but we've seen them work without it plenty of times in the past for me to count them out.
Yeah. And this is just so surprising as well. I mean, I'm not sure what... I mean, it's not over yet, right? I mean, this is a buy round. If they turn this around, we'll all look back at this and say, oh, you know, Coster are so biased in chat and they don't know nothing and this and that. But at the same time, you can't fault us for it, right? It's just not feeling great. And it's a little bit uncomfortable watching Nemiga struggle finding answers here, and actually Brilliance. Yeah, I don't know if he jump spotted the player in Woods. Might have, and Lollipop, actually great molly to get him off at the angle. Jackie flashes himself in. Will he see the player playing car? He doesn't. And actually, first time that Lear finds that opening kill in a while. MDS on the angle, but he dies to Kvim. Oh no, and now the balcony is quite weak. Box is here, and Lollipop as well. They're gonna try and hop out, and I don't know about this one. This will come in... this will depend on the trades, and they need to happen soon. But look at this native. He goes down to Brilliance, and this is falling apart a little bit. Now they're kind of committed. One player towards pit, Box ready for that. Here's a flash, and he tries to get something done. Lolly, he finds the first, he finds two, almost three. And there you go, Nemiga. Hopefully this is the start of the turnaround.
Yeah, and they're able to keep 3 players alive, so it's not like it's that meaningful with Run or Die taking a couple of kills with them. Buffer can start to be established. Run or Die have plenty of money left in the bank to try to keep throwing these buys at them, though. We're going to be missing the AWP for quite some time, but maybe that's what Nemiga needed to get going.
Yeah, but this is... this will instill at least some confidence in them, right? No up anywhere to be seen so far. Not a team that relies on it all that much. I feel Box unsilenced his M4. Okay, and... I mean, rightfully so. He dies for it. That should be punished every single time.
100%. And you know, it's just another reason that I don't like the A1S.
It's a horrible sound, not gonna lie, when it's unsilenced.
I mean, yeah, no, that's just, it's disgusting in its own regard. It's vile.
Well, I mean...
like, it's not...
I find it a questionable decision regardless. I mean, he's running all the way up through middle, right? He's sitting there, and then he just get killed on second middle, or from second middle. But this is pretty great. Lear catching a timing there. Don't know if there was a flash involved. I was looking away from of my screen for 1 second, and now the resmoke here on 55 seconds is very interesting. Flash trying for Lollipop to get out, but he gets punished. Now, a lot of pressure towards this A side. Look at MDS. He's up on the box. He's played there before. This time, they'll definitely check for it, but oh no, Fem kills Jackie with some help from Brilliance, and Brilliance finds a second. And yeah, that's about as bad as that one could have gone right there. They kind of bunched up. Just like that, Nemiga finds a second.
Are they just calling this one a save at this point? No,
this is the opposite of a save.
There's no CT smoke, and they don't have one to throw anyway, so they have to cross through Lear. Lear misses a shot, but he reimburses himself with a frag on a native. Sensei, he's got the bomb, but he has to punch in the digits. I mean, they're obviously not going to win the round, but Run or Die going to need to start adding some money back up into their bank accounts. The EWP, if any weapon can do it, it's this one, but the flick isn't good enough. Lear shuts him down, and then we can keep their win streak going up to double digits.
I mean... They kind of surprised Nemiga for a little bit there. Luckily, Lear was aware that there was a possibility. There was still enough time. But it definitely caught me into that. I was so sure they were just running away for a save, but they don't. Actually, Psycho finding it in mid. I thought he got killed from second. I'm completely off on that one. Oh no, Kvem. Poor Kvem. Look at this. And this is what I love about production here. They love... showing us over and over again these team kills, and I mean they're always a little bit funny to look at, but look at the money for Run or Die. That's Psycho. Okay, wait, okay, he goes into the AK in the end. Not a lot of utility, so they'll have to do it off the couple of pieces they have. Box gets away with something there, I feel. Catching a timing, that all could have definitely been put to use.
Oh, they hear them up banana, though, and the Molotov's going to continue to burn at their toes. Native falls, and run or die. They don't even take contact with the CTs before they lose the opening duel. And we saw this storyline on Dust 2. They lose the opening pick. They don't know what to do. Flash comes in. Sensei blind. Can the trade come in? Oh, it can be done better than that. Both frags are found by the T side. And are they just going to sprint up B with this? Flash comes in. They don't go through the smoke. They know how dangerous that can be. But another one's going to come through CT. Again, they opt to slow it down, but they have the time to play with a minute left on the clock. And they're going to see what business happens over at A. 2 players still stacked up, including Box's AWP. Could potentially shut them down.
Oh, for sure. Box, he's been solid in the first map. So far, a little bit silent, 8 kills. And he's going to be tested. He needs to get these kills. And the timing's there. Finds a second. Can he find a third? He definitely could. With the no-scope, he does. And he could just end it all here for run or die. With a little bit of a flash there. But it's Sensei actually pushing up. But I think this is kind of a smart decision. But he doesn't. Oh, he almost found the frag there. That was a hard shot to hit. But man, Box, if there was any time to wake up, it was that one. And that will do wonders for his confidence.
And with it, it'll do a number to Run or Die's eco because they didn't get a bomb plant there. They've been losing. Now the money is seeming to have dried up. They have to take that save. They have to forfeit 12. And again, Nemiga, they finally hit the ground running. They're finally able to get themselves started on the CT side. 3 in a row against all buys from Run or Die, who now have to run away from this game.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks like Nemiga is at least turning around the momentum. Can they hold on to it until the end of the game? I mean, in an 11-11 situation, seeing that your opponents are in some form of a save or eco situation is always good. And you should be winning those. It's not always going to be easy as that, but definitely an indication of how the rest of this game could go. Check it out. He needs to find Lollipop here if he wants to open up the brackets. Look at this. Here we go. Lollipop is the one who's been underperforming. Does find that one. It's gonna molly again. It's actually kind of a missed molly. There is a gap. Now it's spreading. Theme doesn't want to push it. There you go.
And, well, Nemiga, they're just gonna shut this one down like they should, right? You know, it's not uncommon ground to see the full buys shut down the pistols like they're absolutely nothing. And that's a whiff. I was trying to say a whiff and a miss. Kind of combined the words there. A whiff from Box. Punished on Native. Shuts him down. That's an off to potentially be retrieved, but they still have to get through Lear to exec up to the bomb site. 30 seconds to go, and all the little tip-taps of the foot are being heard. Rotations are being made, but he needs to buy them time, and that's just exactly what he's going to do. Finding the opening pick. Everybody's blind. Flash from CT is good, but Sensei doesn't need vision to find the frag. Almost scopes in for another. But again, Nemiga, stay alive. 3 players surviving. Money is just starting to get out of hand at this point.
Man, I mean, not just the money, but everybody's like creeping towards that 10 kill mark, right? Or passing it. Box and Lear, both at 12, MDS at 9, Lollipop at 7. And here we go. Box finds a beautiful first one, and then Lollipop. I mean, he was still on 5 kills, I believe, before this round, or at 6. It's not really a great game from him, and I'm not really used to that. But that flash coming in clutch right there, flashing 2 players in the middle of the site. I almost said website. Don't know why. I think I'm getting tired. Not quite sure. Oh, okay. Brilliance figured it out first, why he wasn't moving forward, and gets back alive. And I mean, opening found, and once again, Run or Die in a bit of a pickle.
I just wonder if this is going to be the same story that we saw previously. Like, they lose this opening pick. Are they going to slow down off of that? Or are they going to keep trying to play their game and sell their gambit? Because you slow down, you give too much time over to Nemiga without having any map control. It's just setting yourselves up for failure. I'm sorry. The choreograph would be in the favor of Nemiga, who 2 people on B just turtling up on the bomb site. They don't even have brackets control anymore. They don't need map control.
Yeah. Absolutely right. Box. Do something here. Not really. A little bit of a slowdown, a little bit of a lull in the action. It does allow us to catch up a little bit. And that smoke actually also coming in clutch. They were thinking about moving up. And this time I feel, Arten, that Run or Die is actually the ones who are kind of fumbling about, not really having a straight game plan.
There's still another smoke here for Nemiga on B. Like, as soon as the exit comes in, Lear can just jump another smoke right in their face. Nade's going to come bouncing in as well. Brilliance. That should amount for a good bit of damage. Molotovs come flying over, and he's just holding out a flashbang now, waiting for them to make their move. Nade comes back again, this time from Lear at New Box, and he's now tucked into the back of the bomb site all by himself. Psycho pushes up, can't find the frag. That's good for him to be able to get one. Trades go back and forth, but as the smoke settles, it looks like Nemiga have brought this back. I'm sorry, Run or Die have brought this back to a 2-on-2 with 10 seconds to go. The bomb is allowed to be planted. The retake commences, and Run or Die have a sure shot fighting for this round.
Very much so. 2-on-1. Team, I mean, he's been playing some very crucial rounds very well, and he'll have to do so again. Blocks. Oh, that nade is not going anywhere. Now he reveals his position. Lollipop. It's not really the man I want in this clutch, but he could turn it all around here. He does in the end, because Fem missed the timing. Is there time? There should be. He has the kit. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Nemiga eking closer to a 2-0, but it is a labor 2-0. This is not easy. This is no longer, I feel, a quick 2-0. Right, Art?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Some beautiful frags found. Box opening as well, but it's Lollipop. I mean, sometimes it sounds obvious, right? But if you're having a bad game, sometimes it just doesn't matter that you're not fragging out of your mind, as long as you win the ones you are supposed to win, and especially when you're winning the ones you shouldn't really. So basically, when you're clutching it up, like, I mean, I'm a huge Astralis fan, of course, you already know that. But like Lucky just did, he was having a horrible game on Ancient, but then he just clutches oh wow, what a frag! Yeah, beautiful stuff. But then he clutches out that 1v3 with the bomb down in the most spectacular and dramatic fashion. That's just all that matters. You put your team on your back for that one round and actually enables that. And this is actually beautiful stuff. Like, Theme Box is going to be pressured, but MDS is there as well, kind of alleviating that pressure.
And this is just Nemiga shutting down Run or Die at every single avenue they want to approach. There's really just been nothing more to these rounds than failure. Yeah, there's been the glimmer of hope every now and then, but really no success whatsoever. 50 seconds to go, and Box tucks in. He knows he's got a player coming around from lane, and that's just another one shut down. They know Sensei's still in the apartments. He's got the bomb on his back. He's been spotted out, and he's just gonna have to fight his way, keep the nail back into this round. Picks up one, but Lear's got the angle above the box to lock in 14. And with no bomb plant, Run or Die may have to succeed another save before they can get an investment going, and giving up match point here would be very, very unoptimal.
Yeah, this I mean, they need to find some sort of success here, right? The bomb plant hasn't, or is like one of those things that will help them along here. It's looking very dire all of a sudden for Run or Die. Nemiga are turning it around, or they already have turned it around, really, if you're honest about it. Holy Pop. See what you got, man. He's the only one below 10 kills right now. When that actually delays that slow boost into the apps, and I mean, Nemiga, Run or Die really need this one. I feel. If you go to 15, you're just playing for overtime, and I don't think they have the enough experience to deal with those kind of situations against a team like Nemiga. Here we go, Lolly. He could find more. He doesn't, and that's crucial. But there's 3 players here from Nemiga. Brilliance, are you ready? One is already tagged up, and Molly is delaying them, and this is getting really awkward for them, because when that utility fades, there's some just clear avenues everywhere, and they're gonna get stopped. But Lear, oh no, he goes away. I mean, of course, Box is there with y'all, but let's say that he goes down like he does. Arch is just open, and now this looks like a totally different round. Run or Die could actually make something happen here if Nemiga is not careful.
Yeah, but Nemiga are confident in Lear's hold on B. He has been stellar this whole game, so for good reason, they're ready for him to hold to perfection. He wants to spot out in Carta, maybe give some more confidence over to the A defenders, and with him spotting absolutely nothing, that's exactly what they're going to get. 30 seconds left on the timer, and there's still 2 players to defend. MDS, I believe it's Brilliance behind him. You even got Lear starting to get a little adventurous down Banana to rotate in. He won't be too far behind. He might even be able to shut one down. There's Sensei falling. Now they have to know that they got to speed it up. There's no more avenues for failure. They're coming up to the bomb site, but Brilliance and Co. has shut it down perfectly. Psycho, maybe he finds a killer 2 back, but now they just know they can tuck in. Swings out anyway, because why the hell not? Nemiga on 15. Sure, it's close, and sure, they take a lot of economic damage. just not going to be enough. Run or Die now need to win 4 consecutively for even a chance in this series.
Yeah, I mean, the way they've been playing right now, it's just not happening. I don't see it happening. They've lost 7 rounds straight. That's never a good sign. Starts off with Lollipop, and you kind of expect him to get another, but you could not really fault him for that. There's like 2 more players than he suspected, maybe. But good holds, and yeah, it all just starts falling apart for Nemiga. Look at this brilliance. He's just gonna push in. He could have almost found 2, but Sensei finds Box and finds a second. What is even going on? Is the game MDS is just hanging out in the middle, and just like that, they've just thrown away some rounds.
Wait, hold on a second. Lear's been able to pick one back up, and sure, it's a 1v3 that looks really dire, but with Sensei low, Keem, you know, okay, 2 ops in the situation. Let's say one of them misses a shot and he hits a nice one. Right, now you're looking at a 1v1. But I don't even think he's going to give it the light of day. The money for the CT side isn't the best, because in these past couple of rounds, they've taken a lot more casualties than arguably they should have. So Run or Die have at least demanded some form of respect in this game, but still a very long way to go on the road to redemption.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, Lear's been pretty stellar, as you said before, at holding that banana position, but I'm not sure. I mean, I like that Nemiga was like, you know what, we're just going to try and end it here, guys. Let's just throw something fast and loose at them. But it felt like Run or Die was, well, I'm not sure if they were ready for it, but they responded to it rather well. It all happened so quickly, very chaotically. But I mean, if you come out ahead like that, and like you said, the money's quite tight on an Nemiga camp, you can't really go for these kind of things. And now, getting, I mean, it's a 12th round. It's still Nemiga on 16, right? This is still doable, but what do you do here, Arten? If you're Nemiga, of course.
Yeah, what do we do here, Arten? Heck W. I mean, this should still be Nemiga's game, really. I don't see much more coming out from Run or Die. Nemiga going for the investment here, so it looks like they have something up their sleeve. Because if you weren't confident, then you wouldn't be going for this.
Arten's not here, indeed. My bad. I did it again. I don't know why. I keep doing it. It just like it's one of those things where you say it once and then you kind of keep saying it, right?
Yep. There's a player in the North American scene named Jackro.
You're right.
And I always thought it was Jarko. So I remember I ended up meeting him on one of the lands I went to. And I would literally call him Jarko to his face sometimes, and I just felt so bad.
Just like me, I feel bad now as well. I wasn't sure what you were on about, but then I was like, oh no, I did it again, did I? I was not even aware I said it wrong. But let's see if Run or Die can pull this one off here. They'll need a little bit of a miracle in a way, and then another one.
Run or Die is in need of a major comeback. Whoever gets that is my best friend.
That smoke actually is putting some more pressure once again. And do they have another one? I don't think so, right? Yeah, Brilliance has one. He's in the right spot, I believe. So we're looking at another smoke, probably. It's already there, and then a molly. This could be very strange for Nemiga or Run or Die to push through. This could be very, very dangerous. Brilliance, he's actually burning.
Defends MP9 through the smoke, can't find the kill, just almost good enough for one. Jackie ensures the frag in T favor, but they still have to deal with Lear, who again has just been an absolute titan on the B defense, looking for more. Native goes for the hard clear, but they haven't cleared out Emo. It's the A1Ss just galore across the map, make it uncomfortable, but they go overextensive, and leaving it up to MDS in a 1v2 could be a bit fatal for Nemiga. No util, no kit, he's just gonna have to try to find the frags here. And Sensei tucked into Emo, I feel like this might be an impossibility, even though, let's say that kill comes in, Native will just swing around to find the trade.
Yeah, this is... I don't see this happening anytime soon, but it's MDS. He has to give it a... Oh, no, he doesn't have to, really. I mean, he wanted to have a little bit of a look-see look, and he said, you know what, actually, I'm good, guys. You took this one. I'm just going to sit here at Woods and chill in the corner. And, yeah, man, I mean, Run or Die, they could actually do it. Because, money shouldn't be all that great on the side of Nemiga.
Well, here's the thing right now. Run or Die, they should have 14 locked in. Should! Unless they just throw it away to an eco, they should have 14 on the board. Then, it's looking a lot more doable. Nemiga, they can't force up here. The money does not warrant it. They have Lost Bonus supporting them, so they will be able to get an op into the next round. But right now, it's just about doing damage, making Run or Die a bit uncomfortable. We can see the money still isn't in the greatest of scenarios for Run or Die, as Keem's on $0.
I'm a little bit disappointed we don't see a Zeus anywhere. Just what?
True.
This guy. Oh, Box actually.
No, that's smart. That's actually so smart. I know what he's doing.
What, he's trying to get a bait going, or?
Yep, he's trying to fake out that he's going to be in Boiler.
Well,
oh,
MDS.
Wait, what? MDS gets two! Oh, no. Uh-oh. He's not able to get away, though. Okay, good trade.
Yeah, that looked like... If you want the one player with the gun... Oh, it's actually recovered. That's really good. Lear finding this. Well, he does have just like 13 HP, so it's gonna have to be something crazy and funky here if he wants to do this at all. Actually, I think Run or Die are actually kind of waiting on Feem's information here. Before they kind of commit to anything, Feem is just stalking his prey, trying to find anything.
So I think Keem is about to call Arch clear, and they may just assume with that this is going to be a stack B. But he's going to go through the CT spawn on the flank, Anywho, and Nemiga. This could cause big problems because they aren't going to get any of this information. No indication whatsoever. So the rotations are going to be late, and it all kind of falls onto Lear picking up a kill. If he doesn't, round's instantly done. Nothing more to it. But if he does, it'll buy a little bit of time. You know, the rotations may be allowed to come in, the flash up B, and they're still staying static on A for some reason.
Yeah, this is 26 seconds. I mean, you don't want to get in a scenario where the bomb plant denial is just going to win you the round and they have to clear in here. And they do. Oh, they do. It looked kind of sketch, but now they pick it up. And as you said, the players of Nemiga are just not moving. Deagle, and I believe that's a P2K, just saved over into the next round.
This is a big misplay. Like, they find 2 frags on B. They get the gun, they hear footsteps, they hear a flash, and even then, maybe by the time you can hear the footsteps on the site, there's not enough time to get the rotations in to be meaningful. But the fact that there's a flash literally coming inbound and nobody even moves is just almost unacceptable. Box, what are you doing? Oh my god, he went back to get the smoke and he almost lost the op because of that.
Oh man, the utility greed was definitely in... Or the utility greed is strong in this one. I actually wanted to make a Star Wars joke, but I couldn't quite get there. Had to restart. But here we go. 14. And now this match can only really end, or the regulation part of it can only really end in 2 ways. It's either going to be 15-15 and we're going to overtime. Or Nemiga get their shit together, and with that recovered off, definitely can be the case. And close it out.
Yeah, they do need to get something together. This is kind of embarrassing right now. This was what, 15-11? And yeah, you know, 4 rounds in a row, it happens, right? But with some of the advantages they've had, some of the situations they've been put in, it's kind of embarrassing to see an outcome like this. Though, as I said, the op is invested, not invested, recovered, which helps their utility tenfold in this round. Nade could do some damage onto Keem. No, he actually didn't jump up. I thought he was jumping up, and that could have been huge. But now it's bad, because here's what's going in the minds of Nemiga. This is, the pressure is on right now, right? Everybody is feeling pressure because they don't want to choke. And nobody wants to do anything risky whatsoever. So because of that, Run or Die kind of get free reign over the entirety of the map.
That is quite dangerous, because we have seen before that the more control you give them, I mean, it's a logical conclusion, of course. But they are not scared of taking any fights they want right there. That's actually a decent nade. Does quite a bit of damage. 66 HP left on Keem. But now, as you said, Nemiga, they are taking a very, very passive stance. I do believe that Lear's position could be quite interesting here. They might feel safe with that smoke there. They still would have to clear him. If they don't, you're going to have such a field day.
Yeah, again, this kind of lives and dies with Lear doing something in Arch, but 40 seconds left on the clock. All it takes is him getting this 1 kill. Round is pretty much done, but Native's going to hard clear it, find the frag, and put the pressure onto the B players. That's exactly where it's going to go. And they rotate off. Box, he's moving the op away. That's huge brilliance. This is all on his shoulders. The exec will come in, and the op hasn't rotated too far away to where he can't come and assist, but it's going to be too far too late. They'll have to get up to the bomb site before anything has had. Flash is good. A couple of players are blind. 16 seconds to go. 1 kill would pretty much lock this one in, and they have yet to clear out new box. The box bomb drop. That's just done. You can finish this one out. Nemiga in the final hurdle. It seems like they're going to be able to pick it back up. Bomb picked up. Do they have time to plant? Spamming through the smoke. 3, 2. If they shut him down, it's done. 16 HP is the difference. And he punches in the digits. Psycho, game on the line. 1 bullet. That's all he had to connect. Can't get the flick. And we're going to overtime on a miraculous clutch from Psycho.
What was that even? Like, just on the second as well. Oh my god, that is so crazy. Like, we were sitting here both after those two, like, yeah, this is done and dusted, no pun intended. But now we're on Inferno, and it's just such a scorcher of a match. Like, we're on 15-15. But I feel like just a while ago, it was like 11-15. And then Nemiga decides, you know what, we're just going to run this down mid. They get slapped, absolutely slaughtered.
I'm actually really upset with Lear and how he decides to play that. That was a very questionable play. Like, look, when the entirety of brackets relies on you to hold, playing an angle like that is even. Let's say even he gets a kill, right? You're one and done. It doesn't matter. And now you've still pulled that rotation off of being screwed over your beat play. What is he doing? He doesn't play the archway. He doesn't play library. He doesn't play moto. He pushes up, gets no information, gets no util in, and just dies. That is the second or third time Lear has done something like that this game, where he's just dying when the round pretty much resides on him.
I mean, it could be just a little bit of nerves or something, or the moods in the Nemiga camp might be just like, not that.
That angle only works when somebody's baiting in for you, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, Box, let's hope he doesn't get baited here, because if he does, this could... Oh, the timing's just not with him. Imagine if he gets that opening kill onto Native. Not Native, but Lear finds the opening kill onto Native. That's a great start, and that's immediately a 4v5. And oh, they're gonna re-aggress maybe if this needs a flash, because if you're gonna go in dry, you're gonna get punished, and this is 2 quick kills. I already saw it happening. Box needs to come up huge, finds one, and he's actually pushing the smoke. This is very, very dangerous, not far off the mark. Puts down to Molly, and he's playing out of his mind. He's holding this one back. His whole team is actually kind of relying on him holding it down, and he does. Psycho trying to push through the smoke. He's actually goes down to a nade, and that's actually beautiful stuff. The bomb still needs to get down. It's in the hands of Sensei. He finds Box, and that unlocks a huge part of the map. But he doesn't know about the player near Coffins, I believe. He's not even looking for it. And
wait, why is Lollipop still in Arch? They saw the bomb. He is still over at Speedway. He needs to just move in. The bomb is trapped in Nubox, and all MDS still has to do is deny it from going down. They're not going to clear him out. Sensei, he's taking so much time here, and MDS is allowed to creep so much closer back into the bomb site. Sensei drops a molly. They don't know how far he's pushed up. He's going to go down, and that's massive. They might expect the man to even be in CT. MDS looks to clear it, and he's going to find the kill. And you know, it's always funny, because every single time a team goes to overtime after choking a lead like that, 15-11, they always pick up the first round.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's actually crazy. It's a lot of FaZe fans in here on the CT spawn. Some
Copenhagen Flames, let's go.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, Antran, I just ordered a Copenhagen jersey.
I wish I could. It would cost me over $100. They're a Danish company. I live in the US.
I know, man. The shipping right now is crazy expensive.
It's literally more than the product.
Well, actually, the product was like $50 or 60. I don't know how that would convert Danish crowns to dollars,
I already checked it.
Oh, okay, well, then you of course know what you're talking about. What am I even saying?
Like, I went to the website. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy a jersey or a hoodie because I really like the hoodies. I'm like, you know what? Well, how much is the hoodie? Right, I think it was like, I want to say like $50, something like that.
Probably.
Maybe a bit more. Then I look, and I just literally put it into like the Google translation for currency, and I said Danish krones to USD, like $130. I'm like, dude.
That's crazy. I mean, for me, even like Denmark and Belgium, it's not that far away, so I was really surprised when they added like almost 20 euros on this. But MDS, he could be so huge. You're in the smoke. Counting his inner Stewie 2K. Can he actually find something? Because now it's getting awkward. He's kind of counting on the bomb going down. He's charging in. It denies the bomb, but he doesn't know about King. Oh, this is just such a clusterfuck. That's the only real word for it. Foobar is another one. But Box, Oh, he can't quite see Keem, and that will allow the bomb plant to go down. He needs to be careful because Keem can see him, and now they're in heaps of trouble. They were kind of relying on him because they also give the second position of Brilliance away, and that is such great playing by Keem. He's been so huge so far, 21 kills together with Sensei, above 20 kills. Oh, with the bomb plant down, the guys have to call the save.
Like, what? Why is Box staying up there for so long?
Yeah, you should just
my
take
biggest
a peek,
question
yeah.
mark is he goes up there, sees nothing, waits a second even after the bomb goes down, and just doesn't even consider looking like Pit, an angle that probably isn't holding him right then and there. That could have been a kill going the way of Nemiga, not even the bomb plant. Like, this round is utter chaos. MDS hides in the smoke, plays this to perfection. He waits so long, and knows that nobody's going to clear him. After they jump out in a pit, he knows he's got some free reign. So he walks through, finds the kill, doesn't look close, but I mean, still, we can digress. The fact is, Box is just sitting up there for like 10 years, doing nothing.
Yeah, that's so surprising. I mean, if he just gets the intel that there's nobody really playing on the side, which you can quite fairly assume, but then he can fall down and play from a different position. I don't know.
Here's the double up setup, though.
That's a good thing. I haven't seen Lear on the AWP, though. I'm not... do you know how good he is on that AWP?
He's okay. I mean, I've seen him a couple times.
But would you rather have him on the AWP or a rifle in his hands?
Rifle.
Yeah, that was my good feeling as well.
But still, on a map like Inferno, they've been missing the double up setup for a very long time. And, you know, maybe it changes something around because run or die, if they fall to an op, usually they've been slowing it down. So to pressure them in both ways with the AWPs to really screw them up and bring it out in this last half of the CT overtime, I mean, it could catch them by surprise.
Yeah, it definitely could. I mean, it's something they haven't seen before. Oh, no, but that's a great miss, and that's actually so impactful. They really needed him to at least find one and survive to put pressure, but now it's all up to Brilliance. And is he being flanked right now already? He might actually be. Oh, not yet. I'm so far off the mark, and the spam is actually not finding anybody native. Doesn't go down, loses some health. MDS finds the first. Team goes down, good scalp to get, but now Brilliance is in a heap of trouble. He needs to get out of there. Burns to a crisp, 37 HP remaining. They do need to go for this one. It's last one in the half, and MDS. Oh, I thought it was going to go down for sure. Sensei kind of whiffing that one. Brilliance is dead by now. Psycho have found that kill. There's two players here. That's actually so well played. But Jakey finds another one. It's all up to NBS, and I don't think he can do this. But when he jumped up to woods, he caught the timing well, and I was so sure he was going to find at least one.
Problems for Nemiga, who were once up 15-11, now face themselves being down the barrel of potential double overtime if they mess up one more round. Two more in the game. Stunned. We're heading to a map 3. And this was a 15-11 lead for them. They threw it away. And I don't usually blame around on one person or a game, but this is kind of on Lear. There's multiple times where big rounds relied on him just either staying alive, playing it smart, calling for rotations, and every time he just biffed the opportunity, questionable plays, and it amounts to Nemiga by themselves being down one round. Run or die, instantly commit back to this 3-man B stack, and I love Sensei's aggression here, nifty peeking in holes, and he's even able to establish himself deep into the steps. Flash misses, but Box doesn't.
Oh, but do they know about native? And they don't, and that... Oh, what Box? He finds that frag, but Psycho's up at bat. He finds another one, and this is getting kind of awkward. He needs to stay alive. He needs to draw this fight out. He gets onto the fountain, but look at the pace that Nemiga is setting. They are done with this. They just want to go home. And honestly, I don't blame them. They have drawn this game out long enough, and I do get it. Maybe Nemiga, they don't want to go too deep in their strat book, and there might be some reluctance for showing anything to other teams out there on other tournaments they need to play. I don't know if that factors in it at all at this point, but I mean, maybe at like right now, 17, 16, you kind of have to find something, right? You kind of have to pull out like a pocket strat at this point.
Yeah, this is not necessarily going the way that I had expected. And I thought, again, like, we were sitting 15-11, like, yeah, I mean, it's still not a quick game. It's not a quick 2-0. This is the furthest it could be from a quick 2-0. 17-17, run or die. Their lead is short-lived, but still a couple chances to bring it back.
And again, I go back to that one round that they called where they just all ran down middle and tried to end it right then and there, and kind of disrespecting Run or Die, and I think they're kind of paying for that. I mean, I like the idea. You're showing us something they haven't seen before, but it feels like a little bit too much risk at an 11-15. I mean, if you're at a 7-15 or 8-15 or even 14, like, I get that. But 11-15, like, you're giving your opponent a way back into the game the way the economy was going, and they must have known that. Nate is actually good, and Box goes down. Oh, and a 4v5 instantly. So rough livings if you're an Nemiga fan right now, because you must be going nuts. And also, if you pick Nemiga here as a better, you're also kind of like, at this point, is your keyboard even alive? I don't think so. It is long out of the window onto the street, and 4 cars have already driven over it.
Hold on there a second, because they've given up their Hall's control. Lear should be taken down. No! What a shot coming out from him. He stepped up big in this round to bring that kill back, though Sensei still stands strong with the AWP. He may be tested here. I think they've spotted him out, but he's missed a shot. Dives back into pit and drops the Molotov. Good util usage from him, but it's still getting hot. He can't play in the big pit. The Molotov blocks off that avenue, and MDS has just opened up another. This is going to instantly spin around to a B crunch via that kill coming in. And Native, he is really the only way Run or Die stay in this round. If he falls, Nemiga instantly take the lead right back. It's 18-17 with another match point in their favor. If he stays alive, then it's a big difference. Smoke dropped, MDS knows, and it looks like Run or Die's lead got them absolutely nowhere except into once again a pit of despair.
Yeah, a bit of despair indeed. This is crazy. Like, on a dime, this game feels like it just turns around any which way at this point. And I mean, I like that. A good old overtime on Inferno. We haven't seen many of those, or at least, I mean, I haven't costed a whole lot of games. Came in rather late on the CEE Champions, but I'm glad I'm here, because look at this. This is actually bonkers. Now, it's not beautiful in the terms that it is beautiful CS being played. Of course, it is quite beautiful, but it's not like you'd like Nemiga to just get serious about it, to just get this one done right here and there. But no, Run or Die, they are not letting them.
Yeah, Nemiga were playing around there for a little bit, but it looks like they've finally cut the slack and said, you know what? Let's just win this now. Boys, we're done playing around. Let's get this over with. Let's get ourselves to the semifinals, book our spots, and end off the day. What a beautiful double nade combo to start the round off, though. It was still just wasn't enough. Lear, that is a massive step up.
Yeah, man, this is... I don't want to call this any which way, right? Because we said, like, yeah, okay, this match is over, like, a while ago. It's turned, and then it's 11-15. You're like, you know what? It's actually over now. Oh, no, now? Uh-oh. Now, Native is actually putting himself in quite a pickle. They don't know he's there exactly, I feel. And
I wish one of them would just, like, line it up like they were going to spam through the wall, and they just find the kill.
Well, he gets out alive somehow. And... let's hope that does not end up mattering. Oh, banana control taken. Native on 4 HP. It's a wrench in the spell. Or what is actually the? I used like so many.
Spanner in the works.
Spanner in the works. Yeah. Is there any with a wrench? I don't think so, right?
Pretty sure there is.
Okay. What is actually like the difference between a spanner and a wrench? Like, I mean, I know
what is a spanner?
Yeah, like, I don't know even.
I just know the saying, man. What the hell is a spanner?
It sounds like something from Star Wars, you know, like hand me that spanner because I gotta get us to light speed.
Or hand Run or Die this L because we got stuff to do. We gotta get going. We gotta get home. But Native still not ready to give this one up yet. It seems like they're weary of another man being tucked in new box via the boost. The kill comes in onto Psycho, but Jackie is still trying to stay strong. Molly to force him away. The spam is good, and Nemiga have another 4-on-2. This time saving is not an option. They have to give this one the old go. They have to go through MDS on Banana before they can even think about making this one a reality. Coming into the swing, they've got the pre-fire, they've got the dink, but not the kill just yet. There it is, locked in by Lollipop, putting it all onto the MVP so far of Sensei, the MVP of Run or Die, that is. With the AWP in hand, he'll pick apart Box, but it locks in where this last CT is coming in on the retake. Maybe another 1v1 given. They both look to just swing him. Reload comes in. He's going to run to pit. He finds, oh my god! He's got the collateral! Run or Die! Make a miraculous 1v3 happen and keep the game alive!
No way. I did want to interrupt you, but I was thinking, imagine if they line up. Imagine if they F up the spacing and they just give run or die away back into this one. And I mean, if you're on the Nemiga camp right now, you gotta wonder, oh my god, what did we just give up? This was it. This was it. Like, that was the only way they could lose, is if they lined up for it. All they had to do was stand slightly off-centered. And it doesn't happen. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, run or die, somehow finding a miraculous clutch. And we find ourselves in second overtime.
Clutch of the tournament. Clutch of the tournament. There's no question in my mind. Not one.
Imagine
they are not happy with how that panned out. They are quickly going up B. They are just done playing games. They played another game in the last round, and they definitely lost it. 4-on-4 with the trade instantly coming back. And that one kill in Banana means absolutely nothing to them.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that one. It's just such a weird game so far. I feel I really thought Nemiga was gonna be able to convince us that they did deserve to win on the Inferno. We backed them as the Inferno team, but from what we've been seeing, it doesn't seem that way, right? I mean, it's not just me. You. I mean, it's, watching this and the way this map is unfolding in front of us now, it's not what we were expecting, to say the least.
I'm still in shock. They take seemingly on the cars. They molly off Pit, but they just can't get through Sensei at this point. They have given him too much of a hot hand to get him way back into the game. Traded out, though, by Brilliance. Leaves it all up to Keem on the bomb site. Smokes have bloomed. They have to make their move now. 40 seconds to go, and the rotations will be very far away.
If Keem holds this one out, man, that's going to be so huge for them, especially the momentum. He finds one, can't find two. And now the bomb will still have to... Oh, no, the bomb is a minute pit. This is disastrous. Because look at Psycho's positioning. He doesn't know, of course, but if he knew, all he had to do was hold this angle. Now they're kind of waiting for these CTs to rotate in, but they're not really biting. Oh, and Box goes down, that's the bomb, and I feel like that's the round. And oh my god, Nemiga, what are you doing to yourselves? We might be looking at a third map in the end.
I don't know, man.
This is crazy. This is so crazy. Imagine if Run or Die wins this. Like, how big would that be of an upset?
I think an upset would be an understatement.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, you know what? You take this. I'm gonna take this round out. I'm gonna breathe and get back into it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we're getting to the end of what there is to say about this one. I mean, Nemiga is not really like. Their ability to close games is just nowhere to be seen, right? And some of the decisions that they're making is a little bit questionable. Of course, it is also props to Run or Die to keep this competitive. That's also part of it. Kind of hard to put your finger on it if you've been watching so much CSGO in the last couple of hours. Look at this. Native. Sensei finds the first. Native finds the second. I almost lined up for a third. And already Nemiga trailing. Flash is not even good. Oh, they're trying to gather information, but for a second there, I thought Sensei was just going to take the bait. And even convert that into a kill, but they don't really have any control at all. I mean, Lear is close to the balcony, but not even Lear, it's Lollipop. Not kind of the guy we're looking for. And now Psycho catches the timing. He hears the smoke, counting in his head, has the right idea, peeks out at the exact right moment. But they don't know about Lollipop, and he does need to find the frag here on Psycho, because if he doesn't, this is going nowhere. This is absolutely going nowhere.
This should already be round done, though, with the setup they've got over on A. It doesn't look like they're going to give Balcony the consideration of a clear, and this could just lead to Keem finding the both. Nah, Psycho seals the other one away. We've got 20 rounds in the back pocket of Run or Die. Nemiga on the midst of expulsion from this game.
I have no clue what Nemiga should be doing here. What do they need to be changing at this point? Run or Die is just too confident, I feel. Like, there is no way I feel like Run or Die is losing this game at this point. I feel like they're just going to go to 21. And then we're close to the end, really.
Well, maybe they can find something before things are all said and done. We only saw them pick up one round in the previous half of overtime, or at least the previous overtime in general in the first half. And it's just going to try to be a fast play up A. Sensei's been spotted crossing back to the site, picks off one. They know there's a man in pit now that's still coming in. And this could just be flawless from them. MDS has converted one. The rotations have come flying in. Nades bouncing everybody's face, but MDS has got another, needs more. This can't be the end of it just yet. Lear continues to add to the tally. The bomb is in their midst, but I don't know if it'll be allowed to get out of the apartments just yet and get onto the bomb site. Flashes come raining over alongside smoke grenades to try and establish an early retake before the bomb can even get punched down.
Here we go. The numbers are being ticked in. Lear will have to come up huge here together with MDS. They do find... No, actually they don't. Lear has to retaliate, but that is kind of the game is... The gig is up. I mean, Lear doesn't catch the timing, and that's 21. I mean, it looked good there for Nemiga for a little bit, but I mean, I feel like Run or Die is just running away with this, and the fact that they just won Mirage surprised the both of us, at least. I mean, they haven't won it yet, but imagine if they do. Like, that would be such a surprising factor for me. Like, I would have not seen that coming whatsoever. And the fact that we're even here into second overtime, after what just happened on the last round of overtime, I mean, Nemiga must be so deep into their own mental cesspool of, and toxicity of what... Like, can you even imagine what the comms are now internally? It must be so silent, right? There's not a lot of energy in there.
Yeah, you can tell Nemiga have, it's a shell of them now after that round got converted. This game should already be done. Straight up.
Yeah. This is surprising. I mean, Nemiga, they can't drop around here, like, at all.
And that's just to stay in this game.
Yeah, that's good. That's for us to go to OT3. Which in itself is, as I'm saying it, ludicrous. It could have been done already if not for that collateral. I'm so surprised they kind of effed it up there in the end. I mean, in the heat of the moment, this is a great flash, but it doesn't lead to much brilliance. Let's go down. Jackie does get obliterated by that nade, so equalized. At least minute on the clock. That's a world of time to work with. And I mean, what do you do if you're Nemiga here? Actually, this is quite interesting. They're already dedicating MDS to the B bomb side. He's already rotating in. He's pretty sure this is going to be a B play, and he might be right at that. Now, let's hope that smoke and flash doesn't fool him. That seemed to be the case. What is going on with... Okay, Sensei. Making sure that he bound the right key to throwing away weapon, I guess.
Well, it is going to be a B hit. Util comes flying in, and there's still plenty to go for the Nemiga defense, so they are going to have to go through some form of smoke, Molotov, whatever the hell you want to say, if they want to get into this bomb site. Nate does so much damage. They haven't yet chipped in the Molotov. The Molotovs only come in from the T side to block out Nubox, and a couple of kills come in from Lollipop, who's been quiet this whole game. Drops another Molly onto the site. 1 HP is the difference between native and a fatality. Not looking the right way, though. No. And again, Lollipop, what is he doing there? He gives up that kill. He doesn't even consider jiggling to the right. The bomb wasn't planted, and now Box has to make a 1v2 happen in Nemiga's favor with the game on the line this time around. The cards are flipped. The situation is flopped on its head from what we've seen a majority of this game. Planted in an awkward spot, so he'll have to go through clearing out every single angle. I don't even know if he'll give Sensei's angle the consideration. No, he won't. Sensei shuts it down, and Run or Die win an unwinnable game.
What is even going on? What is even going on? Man, this is crazy. I have no clue what's going on. Like, this all... Like, we have to go so far back to figure this one out. I have no clue even what is going on any longer. Like, this is crazy. I don't understand this at all. Like, Nemiga, what are you doing? Like, this should have been done and dusted by I mean, at 15-11. And then they just run it down middle, they die, and then so like 4 rounds later, they win into overtime. First overtime, okay, right, let's go to the second one. But I don't know. This is too much for me to handle at this point. I mean, I think we need a break. I think not just we, but the viewers as well. Man, this is just too much right now. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're gonna be taking a break. There's not too much to say about that game. It was an unfortunate loss for Nemiga, but maybe they can recover it on map 3. Mirage it is for the decider.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That was a very, very interesting game. I mean, for the longest time, we thought that Nemiga was taking that one for sure. And in the end, it didn't really turn out that way. I'm still Eldelson, and with me on the desk, unchanged so far, and having a lot of interesting stuff to say. Mr. Antran, how are you feeling?
Feeling like this map could go either way at this point. Run or die, after a very big couple of clutch moments over on Inferno, have taken us here. Again, we spoke of in the veto of this being a very puggy pool, but we didn't really talk about what happens if we get to Mirage. So, I mean, I don't really have too much to say.
I mean, we never considered Mirage an option, really, and rightfully so. Nemiga looked like they had multiple opportunities to close it out and failing at every one of those kind of, and it must be a solemn, like a solemn mood, I would say, in the Nemiga camp right now. I can't imagine these guys feeling all that well and feeling all that hyped. So they'll have to set that out of their minds. It's essentially a best of one from here on out on Mirage, and it is one of those buggy maps. And Psycho under some pressure. He falls back correctly. So it does get out the live. Native tapping away from short, but nobody's finding the kills, and Native goes down as well. So Nemiga taking a stranglehold on this first round early on.
Very quick pistol. A very, very quick pistol will secure that Nemiga ensure themselves the opening round. Very quick on the T side, and I wonder if that's going to be like a pace setter for what we're going to see on the majority of this offense, right? We did see at the end of Inferno, they were very comfortable with those super quick plays, you know, getting quickly up banana or up bracket to find the opening pick and work from there. I wonder if that's going to be the story of Mirage, which kind of favors that play more.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, it could also just be that Nemiga is finally waking up, like, realizing what they did, and honestly, their reputation is on the line a little bit here as well. Everybody, including, I mean, every bettor out there, was wondering, you know, Nemiga, they're probably going to take it. So do you really want to, right now, lose to Run or Die, who are currently, like, I hope I'm not incorrect, but I think they're Orgless, right? Or not really, haven't really been picked up, right? So you're losing to an Orgless or like an Orgless 5-man stack, which of course was Hexakuma, but I mean, this should not happen. So here we are, Nemiga looking for that second round. I wonder. Oh, yeah, the base change is here, Antran, I feel.
Oh yeah, once again, they're just gonna hit out B. This time maybe a little slower than the previous, but I feel it should have the same result. Psycho, unless he goes Psycho on the Desert Eagle, should be forfeiting a second round over to Nemiga. As four of them group up in the B apartments box. I think he's just there to cut off rotations in middle, or maybe they have yet to actually commit, because Lollipop is toying with the idea of going down underpass, and he's got the bomb.
Ooh, that could be a very interesting idea. Box is gathering a lot of information here, and as soon as he discovers that there's more than one person here on the A bomb site, like he realizes now this should spur the T's into action. There we go. Psycho is completely caught off guard. Market will be smoked up by the time. Oh, actually, it's not. He finds two. He's actually going insane with it. Okay, well,
you know, a 4-on-5 against pistols is very winnable. A 2-on-5 is a completely different story, though they will not be able to upgrade any other weaponry than they have now, because all the guns are down on the B bomb. So Flash goes in from Catwalk. It's going to have to be perfect. Brilliant to get the kill, but he turns away. Keep your gun out when you're running the opposite direction. It is basic Counter-Strike 101. And now it leaves it off to MDS. The 1v4 Psycho. He tries to tuck in, but he has to play this perfectly. He only gets the one kill. And Run or Die instantly bring the kills back to find the round.
I mean, this is the start of Psycho just finding two quick kills, two quick headshots. Also, they spur into action, but it's even before the market smoke lands. So it gives Psycho full view. He was kind of rotating in towards middle into window, but look at this. He finds two headshots. Props to him. They're not easy to hit like that. And I mean, here we are now. 1-1. And the positions are completely reversed. Also, very important, 2 AKs recovered on the side of Run or Die and the Galil. And that is going to put a dent. Or actually, the opposite of a dent. It's going to put some money in the bank towards the next round.
Well, again, Nemiga go back in for the reinvestment. So far, not going to plan, as Native's already picked it apart. Looks like they've dropped the plans in water, and they have just started to get water damaged and break apart, because Nemiga are so far breaking apart in the 2-on-5, or was a 3-on-5, now 3-on-4, as MDS has brought one back in middle. Run or Die are comfortable taking back with this man advantage to the bomb sites.
Yeah, I mean, this is going nowhere for Nemiga right now. I mean, barring something crazy happening, like, I mean, I don't know, finding 2 Deagle headshots. Sounds familiar? It does, because it happened last round. Yeah, this is just done. I don't see Nemiga really finding something here, especially pushing that smoke. Well, if Keem goes down, that's a good start. They can't find another one. They still have 50 seconds left, and they're looking to make something happen at the B side, with MDS potentially just holding the cross or the rotations rather. A little bit of gun switching going back and forth into the lower parts of apps. But at the same time, Psycho knows he's looking deep into apps, so he knows that they're not quite there yet. And the longer this takes, as soon as he sees them, the rotations are going to come in.
Flashes go above the apps, and, well, Psycho now knows the game, but he tries to pick apart the 1v1s from Van, finds the opener, traded out by Lollipop, and this should allow the bomb to go down, and potentially a chance for Nemiga to capitalize on the round. Molotov comes in, and so do they come out. Sensei leading the charge, finds a little bit of damage, but can't get the kill. MDS locks it in, spots out another one in the market door as well. Trade isn't there, but still with the damage inflicted, it comes down to MDS, and he's got 4 up to rights. Nemiga bring it right back to Force by Wars, continue to stay in full effect.
MDS finds 5 total so far. Not too shabby. 4K for him. It is a name we said quite a bit in the last map as well. A name that we saw completely disappear was Lollipop. It's a bit unfortunate because I do believe I had at least a decent or very good Dust 2. But on Mirage, the guys finding their footing again after losing it a little bit. And now, let's see if they can find their third. The buy is very decent on the side of Nemiga. But look at Keen. He could find Brilliance here. There's a flash there, so can't quite go in there again unless there's a player spawning him, I feel. Or he's very confident of his shots.
Well, the bomb down all the way back in T-spawn means Nemiga, no matter where they decided to go in the opening parts, doesn't necessarily force them into a commitment. I kind of like the buy that Run or Die have going. I mean, obviously you have to force buy back after losing a round like that. And it's not as bad as I had expected. 1 M4 from Oz, couple of Deagles, Scout, but mid-control very comfortably in the favor of Nemiga. It looks like it's about to be an A-Crunch Lollipop. He is going to be the majority of how successful this goes. In Palace, he has to at least try to distract a couple of these players, but nobody for Run or Die is necessarily playing on the bomb site itself. The smoke in jungle leaves it up to the CT players. Spam comes through, so they know one player's here, but the bomb site should be falling, and the bomb should be allowed to go down.
Oh, but imagine if Checky gets a little bit loosey here. Gets a little bit crazy. They haven't quite seen him yet, I believe. Sensei is spotted, but now I feel like Checky, he could get one, but that will be it. He doesn't even get one. Up to Sensei to find that second. Brilliance find Checky, and Lollipop finds Scheme, so that's good stuff from them. Full V3. I mean, it's doable. The bomb only now really ticking away. A native watching Psycho failing that jump, and then they decide to save collectively. Psycho, he's just got the Deagle. It does have armor on it, and if he could find a scout and take that into the next round, I think that's the dubs. Or a dubs from an L, because they're not going to win this round, but it's the best of the worst, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so they're going to be able to get the run back going, and it's a pretty decent amount of weapons to be bringing in, especially with the, save being in the next round. Everybody forced up here, so obviously you got to go with the default pistols in the next. But it's pretty much going to be the exact same buy that you saw in the previous round, bar the 2 Deagles. You've got the M4, you got the FAMAS and the Scout. The big boy weapons that came into the last are brought into this one, so Nemiga still won't have the easiest of feats taking this round.
Nah, absolutely not. But, I mean, let's hope. I mean, I just hope that Nemiga, they save face here a little bit, because that map on Inferno just should not have happened. And they really need to close this one out convincingly, because let's consider that runner for a second, even if we entertain the idea for a little bit, that Run or Die just wins Mirage. Nemiga's out. The favorite. They would be out. That is such a crazy thought to me. I can't quite bring myself to say it again. Lollipop finds a great frag onto Native. And now Kimi gets naded as well. Does find weird. Good stuff on him, but Sensei, you need to hit those shots. Box finds him, and Brilliance finds Jakey, and yeah, that's just gonna Like, the trumpets are going, calling the retreat. The boys need to save. There's no point to this 4v2. I mean, on the other hand, Psycho could just definitely go for it and...
No, they definitely both go for it. They're going into an investment, so you might as well just see... Like, if you can recover an AK or two, maybe pick up the M4 in jungle, that's beneficial for you, but a scout doesn't mean that much. Well, mean a lot, though, because they know the M4's down in jungle, and well, they've been able to recover an AK, too, so if I'm Psycho, I would just throw that gun out window, see if I can go grab the other, but he's still getting chased down. Lollipop shuts him down, and Keem on 30 health, the man who was naded in the early round towards Ticket. Last man standing with the scout.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit weird that the AK ends up not being safe there in the end, and the scout is being safe, because, like, I do agree with you. I was, like, correcting the course as I was putting it out there. But Keem wanted to just have a little look-see-loo towards the A bomb side, true connector. So, wow, this is... That was an interesting frag, man. I'm not gonna lie. Not sure what the intel was that he had. Maybe it was just like a guts feeling. Those do happen, and a tactical pause here or run or die. And I mean, I understand the buy will come in, but how will it unfold exactly, and what will the call be? How do we want to approach this one?
Well, maybe they throw some aggression in the mix, because so far we haven't really seen too much of that, quite frankly. We haven't seen them push ramp. We haven't seen them really push apps. We haven't seen too much aggression in the middle. So I think that's what you got to do if you want to switch it up, like, and change around what happens. Because if you don't, if you let Nemiga keep having free reign of majority of this map, they're just going to keep exploding on you, and there's not really much you can do.
No, definitely not. You have to put up some resistance. I do agree. I do like myself a little bit of an A ramp push, and Mirage is like that, especially if you know what you're doing. That one kind of map where that aggression can definitely come to fruition. But look at this. Keem finding box. Definitely not expecting a second player to be there. And also Native finding MDS. They're just fighting over middle. And this is turning slowly into somewhat of a puggy feeling. But it's working for them. So who could argue with him? Keem finds Lollipop. And I mean, Brilliance has been spotted. You know where he's at. Oh, and that flash is great. That will allow Lear to go down all up to Brilliance. And he is in such a tough spot. He does need to find a frag, because otherwise 5 rifles saved. And, I mean, if Run or Die wanted to make a bit of a comeback, this is it, right? 5 players alive is 5 rifles saved, AKs upgraded. That is just best case scenario. This is weird.
Yeah.
No damage done whatsoever. It's... I don't know. It looked like everybody from Nemiga was just off on their own adventure, and they were punished for that.
Well, I mean, at least Run or Die, switch it up and start to change the pace, like, early on, before things get too far out of hand in the favor of Nemiga to an unrecoverable point. But they still have to go through a couple of full buys if they want to make the clutch and the, well, they're rather just win. Reality. Lear and Box, though, they're ready for the mid shenanigans to be incurred at this point, and they shut them down instantaneously. Lear with a second under his belt, and it puts it in a 2-on-5.
Yikers. Definitely not the way they were thinking of that going, I imagine. I mean, there is a way, there is a scenario. I'm gonna put this differently. I don't entirely feel comfortable saying Nemiga has this every single time. I mean, it's a 5-on-2, sure, but we've seen crazier things happen in this game so far. So it's not with all of my confidence that I say this should be a Nemiga round. It should be, but I mean, Keem, he's been playing rather well, so maybe he finds something. 2 players are rather low, but Box shuts that down immediately, so now I feel very comfortable. This should be a Nemiga round.
Well, it's the duality of men. For every round that you save 5 rifles, you will save none.
It's the cosmic balance.
But I don't think he'll be able to with the position of, who is it?
It's Lear.
It's Lear? Okay, yeah. Never mind. Maybe he will. 4 HP. Gonna be difficult to stay alive.
I mean, the timing. Oh, it's just not with him. That's so unfortunate. Well, this... Oh, no. I mean, I understand that he tries to isolate a fight that he can win, and then reset, kind of, maybe find another. Look at this. Fox finding the first, and then a quick kill from Lear. There you go, at the same time. It's actually a second from Lear. Fox finds a second as well. And I mean, putting some confidence back, not only in our boots, but also in the boots of everybody watching, that they are looking to close this game out, and as they should, because this is getting You don't want to get or this game can't slip away from them at this point. We packed them at. Oh, that's actually a great frag from Box finding the opening kill. I thought Lollipop was done for. That molly secures middle. It's actually a second. What psycho? That's so crazy.
Well, I mean, they pushed up into the apartments. Nemiga should have a good stranglehold of what's going on in this round, but they haven't really exploited with the information they've been given. Usually, you know, there's 3 in the apartment, or there's 3 on B with that knowledge. There's only 1 on A. You've already gotten the kill. Well, I mean, yeah, that tells you there's only 1 on A. You just send it up con, see if you can catch them on the rotations or before they pull in the rotations. Now, they have got to go up against a couple of pretty beefed up bomb sites, I'd say.
Oh. Well. Clear finds the first. I know Native actually trades that one out. I thought he was done for, making the best that he could out of that situation. But now it's still not clear which way they do want to go. And I don't fault that, or I understand that because they're also scattered across the map. Brilliance on the A side. Somebody was up short, and the other one was middle. It's literally all the parts of the map. Box finds the first, and this could work out brilliantly. Brilliance on the flank. All Box has to do is just not die here, and he doesn't. Finds the frag. And even if he got the frag, Sensei, I feel like Brilliance, he would never expect him to be in his back there.
Well, I mean, look, he didn't have to peek. He didn't. But he found the kill anyways. We don't have to talk about it. It happened. We don't have to wonder how it happened. We just have to know that it did. Nemiga, 6-2. They shut down another buy of a runner dies, so this should be a 7th on the board going up against nothing more than pistols. Maybe a little bit of frustration or just a little love tap onto Native, but that's your best pistol in the round, now down to half HP.
I mean, you just need to hit the head anyways, right? Why do you need all the HP? You could do it on 1. You know, I mean, this might just be a motivational thing. Just whipping the boys back into shape. Like, come on, guys, we need to do better here. Let's hope not, because they're putting themselves in a very difficult position. This lurk from Lear, timed well, could really F up the plans of run or die. And Nemiga, they're playing this correctly, right? They're playing this slower, a little bit more methodical, clearing out their angles, waiting for the CTs to get antsy. But at the same time, run or die doesn't really have to do anything.
Yeah, they can just turtle up and wait for Nemiga to come to them. And I kind of like the attempted raid here. You see 4 players at B for run or die. That's because Nemiga have had a very, very heavy B lean in the early stages of this game. But it's going to be an A hit. They switch it up knowing that it's going to be an eco. And Jakey does well to get 1, but with the bomb site now infested by Ts, I don't really think there's much more to this round than failure.
I mean, Nemiga definitely cleaning up their timing on that one. I mean, I'm still getting flashbacks from that clutch with that AWP in the collateral. I'm going to be seeing that on my retinas for a while now. Well, Kimi's having a little bit of a look, see if he can find some kills here. Does have that Deagle Psycho as well on the exits, but I don't think they're going to be presented anything at all. And that brings us to 2-7, which is a very decent scoreline for Nemiga so far, with a lot of rounds up for grab. And I'm not going to lie, I did have a feeling, Atron, that this was going, or this scoreline was something that I was expecting rather, right? So I felt like Nemiga was going to come back swinging. They realized that they just given up a very important map, and they should definitely close it out, and they don't want to give any way back into this for run or die.
Well, while I have your attention, I'm going to ask you your predictions on some of the major matches that have recently been released, okay?
Okay, so new brackets, or?
Well, yes, tomorrow's the last day for the Challenger stage. So,
all right, slug them at me.
Mouse or Big?
Big.
Big. Okay, 2-0-2-1.
2-1.
Okay, next up, Astralis versus Spirit.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to go with my boys Astralis.
Okay, then
2-1 as well.
Keck W, Heroic versus Movie Star Riders.
I mean, I'm a fan of Danish Counter-Strike altogether. So having all 3 of them go through, Copenhagen Flames, Astralis, and Heroic would be great. I love the way Heroic approached the game, so different. But yeah, Heroic, 2-1. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. Movistar is not something you can just discard like that. But I mean, I just love Heroic, so there you go.
I've got Heroic, Mouse, and Astralis.
Yeah, I mean, the Mouse big one is like a game that I'm also. Yeah, I think that could go either way, really. This double flash setup could work out, and it does for Lollipop.
Doesn't actually blind him up. He just manages to find the kill. So that's something you don't see as commonly nowadays, the AK overpowering the M4A1S, but it works good enough for Nemiga to find the opener.
So, how do you see the mouse game going? I would have given it to mouse, but I felt like Big could... I mean, it's a 50-50 for me.
I think I see it going 2-1 as well, but Mouse...
Yeah. I mean, Mouse shows some resilience today, right? Losing against Renegades and then reverse sweeping, basically. I mean, not that it exactly is a reverse sweep in a best of 3, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Well, slow-paced round and allows us to have some shenanigans on the desk talking about a completely separate event. By the way, MVP of the series, I would say, would be Sensei so far. This map, that might change it. 0 and 5 so far.
Oh, wow, yeah. You called it correctly. Yeah, for me, also, Brilliance is the only player on the side of Nemiga that I could start looking at giving it as well, because up until Inferno, I was looking at Lear, but the later parts of Inferno was just like, yikes, what is going on?
Yeah.
Lollipop is definitely a player. I'm not a pro player, so you have more right to speak about that one. But...
I'm not a pro player either.
But you've got more hours than me for sure. All I want to say is like he'll have to have a long hard think here. Oh my god, time. Oh, he goes down. This round's over. This is beautiful by Native. He was just there waiting for it. And I don't think they can find the 2 frags here in succession. And Run or Die getting away with it. And you know what? It's funny. I was watching the boost happening for that box, like, I think a minute ago. And I was wondering, like, okay, they're never going to check this, right? And then the time goes so low, close to ending, that it ends up mattering anyways. That is crazy. Look at this. Yeah, that is sloppiness. But when there's like 6 seconds and you still need to get the bomb down, that goes out of the window. You don't check for that.
Well, still a couple more buys to have to go through before anything can be done to change the score. Wait, what are you laughing about over there?
No, it's just like I know it's hard to find things sometimes to say about this game so far. It's just so weird that like that sloppiness is showing its ugly face right now, right? You know what I mean? It's just I'm finding trouble to say things as well. One of my gifts is just that I can vomit an endless amount of words onto a screen in a microphone, so it's the only saving grace.
Yeah. You know, it is very difficult to find anything to say about this game. I can't blame you for that. Because it's been all over the place. Okay, I don't know why, but I looked back and thought MDS was, MDS was AACT.
Yeah, I thought he had a backstep as well. Well, this is also an interesting round right here. Lollipop gets control of a ramp, and Sensei's finding the frags, also Native. MDS goes down, and oh god, this is falling apart from Nemiga. Lear has too much to do. And this is one of the things I was actually talking about. So we're preparing for a totally different event, local scene, not even close to the level as this. But I was talking to somebody about Mirage in middle, and this is one of the scenarios we were looking at, where you have mid control, but you take so long to do anything with it. And then the ramp gets smoked, and there's like no pressure, because nobody's in balance or something, or it's smoked as well, or pressured as well. And then CTs just rotate in and just mop you up. And I feel like that is kind of what happened there. And it's one of the downsides of taking mid control. And if you're a good CT team, you can definitely exploit those situations. It's hard, it's not easy, but you definitely get away with stuff there.
Yeah. I don't think teams can test from really enough. So it's good to see Run or Die again trying to change up the pace and fighting here. They picked up the opening kill. Very low HP on Dakeem, but him being able to back away is massive for Run or Die.
Oh god. And Tech 9 for Brilliance is not really what they were looking for, but this is actually not that bad from... Oh, it's actually Native who kills his teammate, and Lear could find a kill here. And if did find Brilliance there in connector. Still Lollipop and Lear. Lear's been performing better now. Let's hope he found his rhythm again. Lollipop, I don't know, man. Definitely had a cooler. I believe he had a very good first game. I don't think we can say the same about Inferno. And this game, it remains to be seen, right? It's still early stages.
Yeah.
just a while ago it was 2-7. Now it's 4-7. So Runner Eye creeping closer.
And it's starting to get less and less solidified. The foundation is falling apart at the seams for Nemiga. This could be a chance to start building it back up, though. Picking up this 8th would still shatter the economy of Run or Die, but it's easier said than done because Sensei's AWP is yet to be tested on this B-bomb site. Pushes down, and Lear's actually going to find the frag. All right, then. 1 on 2. With a low HP Keem, this becomes all the more doable. 1 from Cat, 1 from Market. 1v1's isolated, but looking the wrong way. Lear is going to fall. Run or Die lock in the 5th. Off retrieved as well, so money won't be suffering that much.
No, indeed. And yeah, I don't know. We're up to 5-7 again, and I feel like I'm watching Inferno all over again. Slowly but surely, we're in the Matrix, and it's all simulation anyways.
Doesn't matter. It's all a simulation. We're gonna wake up tomorrow, and this game will not have happened yet.
Imagine. Well, actually, Native, you can't fault him for this one. And this is what I love about production. So brutal, just running that up again. You know what? If you haven't seen it the first time, here it is again. Another team kill. Beautiful stuff. This buy, man. Wow. It could find something, of course.
Yeah, I mean, he got MDS on the 8K. He's been doing somewhat inconsistently this game or this series. You know, he's had his moments where he's picking up 4, but then he's had his moments where he just like misses a mag. So I mean, look, man, it all depends on what MDS we're about to see.
Yeah, I mean, Kimi's gonna take first contact, and then MDS is in a heap of trouble. There's no utility behind this. Just goes down.
We're seeing the other MDS.
Yeah, this is the other MDS, the other side of the coin. Now Kimi's gonna get boosted, or boosting his teammate really here, and that seems like a little bit of a mistake. I think they threw that into Brilliance, and they didn't mean to do that. And he doesn't jump up entirely. That is maybe some false information given over it. Now with the smoke timing, actually Sensei goes. It's not Sensei that goes out, it's Keem. Native finds Brilliance. And yeah, I mean, Lolly, what do you do, man?
Come on, get it over with.
You say
He's
with 50
not
seconds
winning
left.
this one. Get it over with, man. Go out there, try to get another kill. Who knows?
Get the kill, get the AK, then get some more.
Nice job playing the time there, Lollipop. You made it. You made a big difference.
The thing is, though, look at the money on the side of Renard Eye. Like, it's getting out of control for a CT side. This is scary. This is scary. This is Nemiga, I feel, losing control once again of this map. I don't want to be... Like, Caster Curse be damned, it is what is happening. 6-7 Nemiga were so far up, but they haven't really managed to produce anything of value in these opening stages of the rounds. Opening kills not going exactly their way. I mean, it's been like 2 semi-half kind of weird-ass buys, to be fair. That's actually a great hit.
What?
How does Keem live? 2 HP, he gets away with. Is alive, barely. Has to go see an ER doctor because it's full of shrapnel.
Imagine if Run or Die win this with like Keem getting the final kill or something. Like they bait and switch and Keem finds the last.
Yeah, I imagine.
Can you imagine?
No.
That would be so insane.
I actually couldn't. Like, actually couldn't.
Yeah, no, not with him re-peeking middle. What is he looking at here? Like, man,
I don't
gonna
know.
Run up middle and you're looking the wrong way. I see what they're doing. It's gonna catch him, I think. They're going for this boost. They'll be able to spot in window. Barrel spotted, but they fell off. They know he's there. But can they find the kill? Yes, they can. Okay.
Luckily, Lear is wide awake. Checky will have to do a lot here on this side, and that's a good start. He could find his 8. He does. And he thinks what is Checky doing? Oh, imagine if he got 4 kills right there because Lear got dinged through the box. Unfortunate. This bomb is still not down. This 2-1-2, and it's very doable. MDS will plant it. Sensei will go CT, and Psycho, I mean, this will all depend on him, I feel. Sensei will just wait it out and creep closer. Psycho, as soon as the smoke times, he needs to do a whole lot. Lear's in a good position to punish this. I feel like Nemiga's playing this well.
If Psycho makes any... Oh, no. I was going to say, if Psycho makes any noise, then this one's just done. But now knowing where Psycho is, it is planted for ramp. So it's not like he's out of this one by any stretch of the imagination. Psycho, for a second, I thought he was going to stick that. But the shot's being baited out. It does anything it needs to. He's just going to back away. It doesn't even go in for the tap again. Nemiga, they've won this one without even swinging. Like, what?
This,
Why did you throw that flash? You just wasted $200.
Yeah, I have
Cringe.
literally no words for what is going on here. I want to see this from the perspective of Psycho here. I hope we get it.
Nah.
It would be so interesting to see what he was looking at, and if he even knew where that player was. Like, if he's missing information, I don't. He could have stuck it, man. I mean, you have so much money in the bank. You could have definitely got that buy. I don't know if that AK made all that difference. I mean, it could have. He even finds box though.
Uh-oh. This is starting to go bad for Nemiga in this round. Sure, they brought the kill back, but they have got a lot of ways to go if they want to find this round. It's successful through the smoke, almost falls Keem. How does he keep getting away like this? Like, multiple times now, he's gotten away on 1 HP. He'll be capitalized upon, throwing a 3-on-3. Molotov continues to burn away for one. Sensei on the op. They know he's in connector. They want to punish him. They want to crunch him down, but they just can't. Low HP on Lollipop. And he'll be able to pop the head of Sensei. 1-on-1 though, Psycho. He knows where he is. One headshot would do it. Lollipop, the nade will as well. It comes up, but it's still not getting far enough away. And every single one of these games is at an 8-7 half.
Man, I mean, okay. At this point, do we have to give props to Run or Die as well to keeping this competitive, even though Nemiga is kind of maybe underperforming?
I think right now it is Nemiga in control of their own destiny, and they have, for the most part, screwed themselves over. But I will say, good on Run or Die. You know, keeping it competitive. But I think the CT side should just split them apart, because I'd say this is one of our more CTs. I'd say this is the one. Okay, every map we've had has not had a clear side favorite. This one does. Maybe that's what they need.
And maybe that is the formula that they need to find a win here. You know, we were talking about Psycho a while ago. He was 0-5. Lollipop finds an opener, and that's actually good stuff from him. He does not find a second, and Brilliance. Oh no, he goes down without a frag, trying to go up the ladder again. The boys have to give the space to the side. Actually, Lear finds another. Onto Psycho. Not too shabby. MDS has a little bit of room to work with in a small gap, but Lear, he needs to find one here. It goes down to Native. Quite curious stuff. Nate is challenging connector as he should be, but look at Box. He's not exactly in the best position to punish it per se because everybody's playing from CT. Look at this. Oh, this is so sketch right now. MDS going closer. Team, oh, he gets away with his life once again. 3 quick kills over. 8-8.
I don't know what Brilliance is doing there.
No.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Brilliance fumbled the bag for them in that round. Lollipop did everything he needed to. Not only does he find a kill on A, but then he baits in his teammate to perfection. Like, he finds the frag, he spots them coming out of Palace, and Brilliance just sells it.
Honestly, Brilliance, I mean, if you're about to be overwhelmed, like, and you know that you hear all those footsteps, like, I don't know, like, shouldn't you be challenging more like than the way he was? I feel like he was just kind of giving up at that point. He was even retreating on the ladder, which is, to me, like one of the worst decisions he could have made at that point. I don't know why exactly, but it feels like he just have swung out with USB, find at least one head or some good tag damage, and that would have even been better than trying to stay alive in that position. I'm baffled at this. I mean, I also don't have the experience that all these players have, so maybe at the end of the day, what do I know? But that didn't look good for him.
Well, maybe this can be spun around. We've seen a lot of forced buy rounds go in the, well, respective team's way. Maybe this can be another one of them. Lear goes above the smoke to find the perfect frag onto Native. Trade is in, but he's still trying to play his life. I like it, not necessarily giving it up. He's got to take care of Sensei, and he'll do just that. Still, a couple of players have rotated in, but it's all down to Lear, it seems. He has done everything and then some, but Nemiga just can't compliment it with anything more. It falls onto MDS's shoulders, and that's, you know, an AK to be retrieved. Looks like he's just going to take that into the next round.
Yeah, I think that's a wise decision. I don't think with the amount of HP he has, he can realistically find those two last players. And it's not like we're in a scenario where he kind of has to go for it as well. Like, this is very doable still. It's just 9 to 8 any second now. Now, I wanted to say, like, a while ago, we were talking about Psycho underperforming massively, right? He was 0-5. But now he's 11-8, so he's definitely come alive, and he's definitely, once you give that man the op, like, I feel he's in his element, man. Of course, that you could say that about any opper, but I don't know, he brings that thing to the team. Like, once you put that, like, that gun in his hand, his brain just expands twofold. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he is certainly a demon when he's got the one-shot weapon behind him.
A mean green.
Fighting machine.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those games where it could still go either way, but if I have to pick like a favorite at this point, I feel like Run or Die is just finding more rounds consistently and doing it a little bit better momentum-wise or confidence-wise, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I just see a completely different Nemiga, it seems. Like,
Yeah,
what the...
this again is... Not sure what he's holding right there.
It looked like he
Box,
wanted to go
yeah.
for another mid-swing, but he just didn't commit to it. Box, now he's going to be tapped on the catwalk. The jump spot from Native, and he's just decapitated Box. 3 on 5. At least bringing one back as a consolation fragment. Lollipop, who continues to swing out. The bomb carrier of Native will shut him down. And yeah, that's just the end of this one. Nemiga, they've thrown away yet another, but then again, that was a save, so you can't count them out too much. This is going to be the full investment from them, though. If they want to turn this game around at any point, now would be the time.
I mean, Box finally on that up. Brilliance is now the one who's having an absolute cooler. Last game, or last map really, it was him pulling it together. Now, this is always a hard shot with a pistol to hit, I feel. At least I'm struggling with it when the Mac-10 jumps around the corner. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's not looking good. This round, like you said, this is crucial if they want to make or have a realistic... This is for their tournament live, ladies and gentlemen. This is crazy right now.
This is my pick to win the whole event, and currently, crap in the bed, it seems, on Mirage. Run or Die, the puggier players are so far surpassing that of Nemiga on the puggier map.
Yeah, Lollipop went down already. 4v5 once again. Nemiga not having a great track record of pulling that back so far, especially in the latter half of Inferno, I feel. Wish I had the actual stats. And once again, Jackie catches out a player looking. Lear goes down, swings in. Luckily, Box retaliates, but I mean... Okay, Brilliance finds another on 21 HP, channeling in his inner key. Psycho is running up on the side. But this bomb still has to go down, and he's psyching himself out as well. In the end, he goes down. I'm not sure what that was all about. Just looking every which way he could. But this is still not over yet. Brilliance, though, is on the side. He has the lowest HP, so it does make kind of sense. Somebody will have to commit to the plant. That is an interesting decision. Box, that's an even more interesting decision and questionable at best. I don't know. Like, that's such a heavy commitment for 2 players alive. I don't know. Maybe he feels like he had to make something happen. I'm not sure.
Well, on Dust 2, I pointed out that it was 8-7 in Nemiga's favor once again. That time they had won the map 16-8. Meaning, you know, on their team side, they went, what, 8-1? Well, right now, we're starting to see a little bit of that again. Nemiga, they started off at a certain point being up 7-2. Now it's currently going 9-1 in the favor of Run or Die, who look to continue stretching on that lead. Nemiga, on nothing more than pistols, may just grant a 12th over to Run or Die.
This is such a surprise to me as well. Psycho finds Lollipop, and at this point, is it too late? Is it too late for Nemiga to come back into this one? It's starting to feel like this for me personally, you know? Like, I can't see this Nemiga that is here right now clutching this one out. Like, nobody's stepping up. Well, okay, there's Brilliance. He finds a 1D in the head, but it's just not enough. There's also no creativity behind it. Well, okay, well, it's not creative, but it's beautiful nonetheless. Brilliant, stepping up finally. Let's hope they can clutch this one out. So if they don't, we're gonna be 12-8, and they're rotating towards the B side, but that molly comes in on time. It's playing the smoke again. 49 seconds. This is getting dicey.
Flash is good. They come through.
Oh, what is this?
Okay. Yeah, he gets the kill, so we don't have to worry about it. Was interesting. MDS should fall here as well, so what could have been sketchy turns into a Run or Die round. There you go, 12 on the board. And now 4 from taking the series. A series I thought that would be going quickly 2-0 in the favor of Nemiga is currently on the back of the ropes for the home turf champs, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Run or Die, Ride or Die, basically, you're happy right now. But that was actually Brilliance trying to make something happen for his team, but it's all just falling apart around him. And I mean, this starts to remind me of that meme where there's like, I don't know, cartoon character dog sitting in like a house of fire. He's saying, this is all fine. And I felt like Brilliance was exactly that person in the middle of the room. This is creative. Well, creative. I mean, this is different. I like it. Molly for lower and opening kill found. So Nemiga putting on the brakes right there. And that's going to put Run or Die in a little bit of an awkward spot because now they had a plan in mind. And I feel like now it's a little bit fumbled.
Yeah, it's definitely not in their hands anymore. But Nemiga, this is, again, another one of those rounds that could be used for them to actually finally start to turn themselves up and get back to what we used to see from them. And though, I mean, I don't know if I necessarily like the double ops in a situation like this, right? One of the bomb sites is weakened, and Run or Die are looking to stall this one out and reset the timing now. If they go to the A bomb site right now, there's only 2 players to defend and 1 op. If it gets smoked off, its impact, it gets greatly limited. Right? No, there isn't even an op there. So, if they go A right now, it won't be that big of a deal to go through.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Run or Die, if they don't get the opening frag, they're kind of struggling to find. I mean, they want to find it. Oh no, MDS. You've got an alt, my man. Like, I mean, I guess it's online. I get it. But if you're holding that angle, I don't know, man. I feel like he should have had that all day. It was so important.
But this should be a kill from box. I mean, maybe they crossed too quick. Nah. Natives dead to rights. 3 on 4. Still coming up towards B. Sensei's picked off another. There's still a player dancing around the emo pillar. That's Lear. 1 bullet's the difference. And wait, what the hell just happened?
Everybody dies.
1 second and everybody falls. Run or Die shut down the buy. And Nemiga have to take another save.
They haven't won a CT round so far. I mean, this is over. This is just, I'm going to call it like, okay, time of death. What time is it in New York, my friend? This is, call it
6 p.m.
Yeah, there you go. Time of death. It's over. I don't see Nemiga recovering here. I mean, some orc pick up Run or Die at this point. Like,
yeah,
they're looking quite solid. They're putting an orc as Nemiga who are definitely competitive. Like you said, for me as well, picked to get into the finals because they had just the better experience. I mean, it's always hard, right? These local tournaments or technical pause. There we go. Very interesting. But it's always hard for these local tournaments, right? As an Amiga, you're sometimes used to playing against different teams. Then you run into another team and you have no idea what's going on. There's not a lot of demos to watch. There's not a lot of interesting stuff to find to prepare for a game. But in the case of Run or Die, I feel that's less of an excuse because it's ex-Akuma, right? And I mean, there's some part of that team is intact. I'm not quite sure how much. But at the same time, that might be just what's going on here. That and the fact that Nemiga, maybe they just gave up already. Maybe on Inferno, their back was broken and they can't carry the weight any longer.
Yeah, this has all been downhill after the couple of attempts that were somehow converted by Run or Die over on Inferno, and that really could be the end-all be-all. Like, that's definitely the turning point in the series. But Nemiga, I mean, yeah, there's still a little bit of Raj left to be played. But no, I'm with you in the boat of, like, this does not look like a game that Nemiga can bring back at this point.
Yeah, this is... I'm not sure what's going on. TeamSpeak went out for Nemiga. And, well, here we are. This is pretty much, I feel, we're getting close to the last chance for them. If they don't win this one by some sort of a miracle, it's going to be 14-8. Money is more than good enough for Run or Die. And this is the thing as well, Antran, to me, is it's so crazy that Run or Die, their economy has always been solid. It was the same thing on Inferno as well, right? So I feel like that economy management factored into it a little bit as well. I'm just surprised by that. Regardless of the site they were playing on, CT and T site, they definitely had like a lot of money banked up, and of course that's due to Nemiga losing rounds they shouldn't. But like, there you go.
Oh, are we back into it?
Not quite sure. Oh, yeah, the HUD's gone. The game sound was gone for me from the start, so that's not a reference.
It looks like we're back into it.
Yeah, the part of the HUD is gone. Oh. Okay, here we go. Here we go. The round is on the way.
Cut. Well, 3 rounds the difference, run or die. They are on the brink of success in a big upset on one of the favorites I feel in this entire event, and only inches away from locking it in. That's a good opener too. To take down Box, one of the heavy hitters for this entire series, can be a big weight off of your chest. Lear pushes up to Apps to see if he can get a frag pushing into the apartments, but he only finds open road as he continues to push forward.
There's no, another thing to it is there's no rhyme or reason really to Nemiga's defense here. I mean, again, Lollipop just peeks in, and they're counting on individuals to pull it. So I don't know. Like, I'm actually suspecting that the Inferno game just broke their morale, and like IGL is trying to keep it together. But I think collectively as a team, they've just given up at this point. I don't know. It's just so weird. There's nothing creative about this at all. Nothing weird is being pulled out of their hats, and Lear finds Keem, so that's good. But, I mean, a lot of these to be found still. Yes, trying to look over the staircase and get something done, but there's nothing there. Just nothing there. Good nade as well.
The other one's about to be locked on the board as run or die just can't seem to be stopped so far on this T side. They came into this half with 8 rounds. They seem to be close to leaving this game in this series with 8 rounds left on Mirage, questioning what is going wrong. The ops haven't been impactful. The rifles have been lackluster. The util hasn't been great. And the defense has been pretty poor. Last chance territory, it seems, for them to pick this game back up and make it somewhat recoverable, but 14-8 is a daunting scoreline.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I was watching the HTV match page for this game, and about 2/3 of the people were voting Nemiga's way. So I guess 2/3 of us are wrong today. Of course, let's be real. Anybody can have a bad day, but yeah, this is more than just a bad day, right? This is I don't know what to call it. This is just them in a row, not really figuring out something to stop this momentum from going. And Native, I mean, he's just chilling, vibing with the smoke on the floor, rolling away.
Sometimes things get away from you, I guess you could say.
Yeah, there's definitely a possibility, right? I mean, look at Astralus opening up 0-2. Losing against Copenhagen Flames, and then I don't remember their second game exactly. Yeah, Entropic. Oh, that's one as well where you felt like they should have had that. And that's just when it gets away from you. But good teams, they find a way to deal with that, because in a tournament setting, you need to win every game at some point, or at least every series. And yeah, that's not what Nemiga is doing here. They're actually close to losing it.
That nade is actually huge coming in, though, from Lear, because it's going to try to sell away the fact that MDS is pushed up on balcony, and the only way they find that out is if somebody walks up to maybe look for a pick advantage, spot out his barrel, and potentially get the kill for free. But I don't even know if they're going to be testing the waters at B to end with. Bomb and T-spawn, everybody's leaving and looking to turn back to the A site.
Yeah, Nemiga is definitely not putting themselves up for success here, right? I mean, 14-8, it's looked very dire. There's a slight chance. If you would have to realistically put a chance of Nemiga coming back in this one, what kind of percentage would you give this?
I wouldn't even entertain the idea.
So it's less than 1%?
Less than 0 somehow.
Okay, I get it. I mean, I really have a hard time thinking about that as well, and like you said, entertaining that idea. I just don't see it as a possibility.
Well, a missed Molly Underbow could mount them with a little bit of an opening success. Out to A. Keem, though, spams down, almost kills Lindo. Oh, wait, what is going on? Kills are raining the feed for the blue. Couple come back. Run or die. Still have an entire site to clear out. 1-on-2. They didn't have to find the kills. Tuck away. Nemiga, you don't have to peek. MDS jumps out of the window. And if he missed that jump, that could have been it right there. But Nemiga's hopes and dreams are saved by the skin of their teeth.
My lord, what was that even? That was also very chaotic. The 2-pronged attack coming in from ramp. Ramp was stopped, but then some more players were kind of piling on through from connector, and by, like you said, skin after tier. Box opens up beautifully, and the missed molly definitely, yeah, putting some pressure onto that. And then not a kill converted in shadow also hurts the run or die chances to win this one. That is actually very, very good for... Okay, so wait, Andran, I'm gonna ask you a different question. At what point would you start entertaining the idea of a comeback?
14-12.
Okay, good. I like a man with a direct answer. Well, okay. Never mind. Keem gets box, and I. This is not. Unless Brilliance picks up Keem here, which he doesn't, because he loses that fight. I think we're looking at run or die on 15.
Hold on, though. I mean, Lear's about to find the bomb all the way back in T-spawn. No, he doesn't continue to clear it. Now he'll see it and be like, okay, well, I don't have to peek now. No trade inbound as Jakey is going to fall. They know the bomb is in CT territory, but they just have to find the kills and muster them up at this point. Sensei going to go deep, clear it all out. And he'll be like, wait a second. Yeah, you guys can just stay on it. I can get this for free. Don't worry about it. Don't stress. But they're going to stress. They're going to have Native come all the way off. And I kind of like what they're doing. They still have Keem over at A to try and solidify some map control in their hands. And if they have a smoke, then this does make a lot of sense. But, okay, they do. So, Sensei can just opt the smoke off CT. This would be a free plant or even connector if they want to just entertain the idea of somebody being on catwalk. Plant for con. Keem can play the post plant. 3-on-3. Going to be difficult to bring back. And, yeah, just look at how far in Keem has been able to get. Like, he is deep almost in CT.
Yeah, this is... oh, they're pushing actually. Oh, the smoke coming in. Clutch actually taking away Division, but Lear finds one. Keem finds MDS. And that's actually a good molly pushing him off the ang. And actually, Lear, I think he read this one. He heard the drop at least, I think. They're on the bomb. Oh, no. Keem finds the frag. Now Lear has to get on it. He has a molly. Does he have a kit? No, he doesn't. So I think that might almost do it. Lear will have to consider that Keem is around here somewhere and he's not going to show. Now he needs to get back on this bomb. If he doesn't, there's no time. I think it's already over, and there we go. It's 15.
Very, very close from both sides, but no cigar for Nemiga as now they have to face down the barrel of 6 map and match points. A series that should have been taken long ago on Inferno now looks to have slipped away from them as only 5 kills separate us from a guaranteed upset to send Run or Die to the semifinals.
This, I don't know. We have to factor in that it's getting late for Europeans everywhere, right? And even Central and Eastern
These are
Europeans.
gamer hours.
Yeah, true, but you've just played a best of 3, and one went to almost triple overtime. So that is a thing that we need to keep in our back of our mind. So I think strategy as a general note or as a general thing is just out of the window right now. It's just who has the most of the grid left or most left in the tank. I don't even know what I'm saying. I can't even talk anymore. We've been talking for quite a while, but it looks like we're about get close to the end at least, unless Nemiga puts in a string of rounds and we're back to overtime.
Oh, but that's going to be the straw that breaks the ice. The first kill coming in as MDS melts in window. We're in a 5-on-4. Sure, damage has been inflicted, but Run or Die seem to have a good like stranglehold of what's going on in the round. Nemiga drop another. Keem in middle has been a demon. Lear and MDS both have fallen victim to the deadly AK-47. And in a 3v5, I don't know what the hell I'm going with that one. Looks to be a B hit box with it all to do as they group up in the apartments. Now 4 Ts for the Run or Die offense. And I even think we're going to see Native continue to try to sell a fake. He's throwing some AU till, and he's kept 2 CTs here. But again, it all is up to Box. He has the AWP posted up on the apartments. Should be good for 1. But no, he gets spotted out and down to 3 HP. He goes. 1 bullet will be the difference, but he's able to at least muster up 1 before he falls. Dances around to find the second. Getting pushed down. Drops the smoke in a perfect spot. 2-on-3 retake. Me 2-on-2. Not adding to the tally. We are into a 1-on-1 with the game on the line. Sensei looks the wrong way, and Nemiga stay alive.
Oh my god, why did I even say the possibility of 15-15? I mean, Nemiga, please, just please, man. Oh my god, like, okay, the same question, but now a different scenario. At what point do you think 15-15 is a possibility and you'll start believing? Is it 15-14 or?
It's not a possibility.
It's not, it's a statistical impossibility for you. I feel you. Tactical pause from Run or Die. Last one they have. It's interesting. Has Nemiga taken any timeouts in this whole series?
Yeah.
But not a lot, right?
No, not a lot, no.
Like 1? Maybe 2?
I think they've taken 1 per map.
1 per map, okay. Well, I don't know how you look at timeouts, but I think of them as a resource to be expended sometimes. And especially like losing 7 in a row or 8 in a row, start to drop the momentum out, right? Call a timeout, talk some things through, get back into it. I don't know. That's the way I look at it. I don't know how you look at timeouts and the way you can use them.
Timeouts can be used for a multitude of reasons, just like slowing down the momentum or, you know, discussing what could happen. But hold on a second, I'll put a fork in the road there because it looks like for a second, run or die, we're about to sprint out on B, and they weren't going to be contested if they found that kill on the box. But maybe I bit off a little more than I could chew with that prediction. 3 on 4, 1 kill's brought back with box deathly low. Not the end of days just yet. Run or Die have gone for the full investment, but the trade is instantaneous, it seems. Lollipop keeps things in CT favor, and it's up to Sensei and Psycho to close this one out. As we said, health low on the box. Lollipop's been tagged to 79. Won't matter too much because, you know, AK moment. But, seems like they're weary of an A push. Lollipop, don't overextend here. Just barely. Won't catch them out. And he's not going to make noise either. That jump was a little too short-sighted for it to mean much. And I don't even know if they're going to contemplate anybody being in Palace. Now, here's how this can go down. They know a player's on A. MDS entirely looking the wrong way. For a second there, if he was going to get caught, you're looking at a 3 on 2. Health low on a couple of these players. Bomb down looks very undoable. And that's going to be the situation here as Sensei comes sprinting out.
The question is, do they expect anybody to come from a ramp at this point this early? I mean...
Yeah.
Now they're considering it. There we go. It's actually Lollipop who wins that fight. That's actually absolutely crucial.
And Psycho wants to go back in to find this one. E1 goes in for the swing, finds the frag, but on low HP, it'll be super easy to trade him out. Both CT separated, but Lero lock it in. Nemiga get 11, and we saw this scoreline on Inferno. It wasn't enough to lock in a victory. Will it be for Run or Die? Still 4 chances to close it out, but one of them's got to be succeeded to a save.
All right. If they go to overtime. I mean, I was going to ask you, like, are you going to eat a shoe or something? Because this is becoming a little bit of scenario. I don't think we're quite there yet, right? But at some point we'll have to start talking about this possibility because look at this. Not a great buy here. Get buy into the next round, barring something crazy happening. Nemiga should get 12 here, I believe. Unless they F up royally once again. And that was almost a great start to effing up. Fox not expecting a player to be that far pushed up. Face with half his life, but reverts it or converts it into a kill, so nothing lost there, really.
Well, look, right? Think about it this way, okay? They've got a ton of util left. Right? The money for me isn't that great. The goal this round is not to necessarily win for Run or Die. It is to get 3 kills. So you limit the economy, you drop some of the weapons, make it irrecoverable, and do a considerable amount of damage for yourself to have success in the future.
It's a very good point, actually. Bomb plant would be nice as well, but they will have more than enough money into the next one. Game does have a little bit of a forward position into middle. And if they don't check for him, imagine if he just gets a frag or 2. From middle, looks like the boys are ready to go towards the A bomb side. Bit of an execute coming in. It's still a little bit weird for me to watch people juggling around to utility before this is being thrown. Here we go. This is it. Well, and we can say this from Nemiga every single round from here on out because they need to find full. First frag from Brilliance is good. And they find more on 11 HP. Dicey situation against these Tech 9s. Oh, Lollipop finds 2. Finally finding some form of form, I'd say. I don't know where I was going to go with that one, but luckily, Nemiga, they clutch it out. 15 to 12. And that scenario we weren't considering earlier is becoming a reality.
Yawn. Yawn.
It is, yeah, we're getting there, bro. This game is going to end at some point.
No, that's not what I mean.
What do you care to elaborate, or?
Just still not convincing enough.
Okay.
Nowhere near, in fact.
I agree. But they might just stumble into it, you know what I mean? That's such a sad reality. Because, I mean, at this point, I want to give it to Run or Die, right? It's
Well, think of it
Nemiga's
this
game
way,
to
right?
lose.
To think of getting 7 rounds in a row is almost unthinkable, right? And here's why. Because you have to give yourself some room for errors. Even if you're the better team, like,
Yeah.
you can't expect them to not get 1 round. So the fact that there's literally 0 room for errors at that point when you're up 15-9 kind of already locks in that there's all that much more room for run or die to make the difference and not start to read what's going on. And even with that, Jackie finds the kill, knows there's another player in connector. He's got to back away, though the Molotov could burn him to a crisp 2 HP. Somehow able to stay alive, stay in balance. But a lot of information is given over to run or die in the exchange. Jackie, if he goes upstairs... Oh my god,
no.
Brilliance is turned away. The A-bomb site's ripped wide open. The bomb still has to make its way over, but still, a 4-on-3 man advantage is going to be very welcoming for this T side. Box brings one back and secures that it's not all for nothing just yet. Lear, the footsteps are heard on Catwalk. They're going to have to make their way in soon. Off of Box, almost goes in for the commitment. Tags one up. They've got to try to plant this bomb. There's a player on Catwalk. Lear, does he know somebody's in ladder? He does, but it doesn't look like he can find the kill. And a 2-on-3 retake has to be converted for the game to stay alive. Sensei picks off another, and we could very well be staring at the end. We will, run or die, have finally done it. Hey,